How many people listen to Beck Did It Better when they're making love?
Oh, that's a sick group.
Yeah. Hey, however hard you want to pinch it right now, pinch it way harder.
I bet it's happened. Maybe accidentally.
Oh,
like,
gross.
Oh, geez. I didn't mean for that to get the playlist.
I told you one of the first times I ever had sex, I listened to that Beef and Vigo show. And it permanently scarred me.
Like the Sade album ends, Aaron, and like the next thing that just pops up is the middle.
Is us talking about Sade.
Podcast man.
I gotta finish. They're getting to their album, the list rankings.
I gotta listen.
I got it.
Oh, we gotta keep going.
Yeah.
It's air in or air out. It's okay. We can.
I've given myself a Pavlovian response where I get very turned on when I hear that ding at the end of the episode. Actually, Matt does. That's what people don't get is when this episode ends, Matt physically gets turned on. He loves it. He thinks it's great.
He's just like a little Cool J and takes that magazine right to the bathroom.
It is my happy spot. When I hear that ding, I go, oh, yes. We're done.
All right, here we go. In 2020, 4 friends decided to listen to every one of the greatest 500 albums as decided by Rolling Stone magazine. And by the way, no more talking about my red face. Okay, the table is kind of reddish. It's reflecting red. I'm not this sunburned because now it really bums me out when Matt logs in this week and he looks so good. He's all shaved. He looks fresh.
He looks great.
And I look like I have been in an all-inclusive for like 3 weeks. Like it looks like I got left at an all-inclusive. I look like I'm in bad shape.
Rob, the one question is though, how's the bald spot? Is that red?
Are you doing some sunscreen up there?
I have been putting sunscreen on the last couple of days, which kind of shows how bad it's been recently. And I am now, Matt, a put sunscreen on my bald spot guy. I have to be because otherwise it does get burned.
And you just spray the whole head so it doesn't look like you're going.
No, yeah.
You know what I am? Wearing a visor. Maybe just junk your visors.
I'll never stop wearing a visor, Aaron. The 3 things I love more than anything else, Aaron: tennis, women's pro golf, and offensive line coaches. I'll never stop wearing a visor and dealing poker. The 4 things I associate visors with.
That offensive line coach, that was a pretty funny joke.
It's all they did. It's all I did when I coached, for sure. This resulted in a text chain that celebrated the music, excoriated the order, and led us to make this podcast. We are far from experts. We promise to do almost no research. Man, I'm a spray in my hand guy, and then I rub it up there. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that gets it in, but it is like obvious
familiar activity.
Yeah, it is obvious like balding guy thing. You know what I mean? But it's the way it is. All opinions are our own unless you disagree. Please sit back and enjoy Beck Did It Better. Wow, there's no better way to get a comedy run going than me saying that's the way it is. And then just kind of sitting in silence for a little bit. Well, that's what it's like when you get older. I mean,
that's the way it is.
Just this life is so much different than I imagined it. We are up to album 246 and from 1990.
We are up.
I was looking for Aaron to laugh at that, and he kind of just looked depressed. I think I hit him hard there. From 1990,
right in the feels,
we have Ladies Love Cool James with Mama Said Knock You Out. Guys, when I started rapping, my nickname was MLT Normal Rob.
MLT?
Yeah, most ladies tolerate Normal Rob. Normal Rob. By the way, guy nicknamed Normal Rob, you got to look out for him.
6 out of 10 women don't mind Normal Rob.
I was going to say I'm a bigger fan of Jenny's future husband, Normal Roy.
Listen, if he's getting a throuple with us, he can't be Normal Roy. He's got to be into some messed up shit. Okay? Are you ready to get down once a fortnight? All right.
Oh, you want me to power lift without my weight belt on? Yeah.
Oh, Russell, that's sick. That's one of the sickest things I've ever heard.
How many plates are on there?
Now, listen, guys, before we start, we're going to talk about it in the intro to the next show, but Hulk Hogan is gone. But I hope that this is going to open the door for Mr. America. I think he's going to come in big and be a big... why did I write that down? I've got 3 guys here.
Will you, one of the funniest jokes, and I've known you for a long time, one of the funniest jokes that made me laugh for a very long time to myself in my office at work was said about Hulk Hogan dying. And I don't know if it got proper attention on the old X like it should have or whatever, but will you just tell your joke?
When I was alerted by a friend that Hulk Hogan had passed away, which was, I have to admit, one of the least surprising texts I've ever gotten in my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When a guy looks like a burned up hot dog and his hair looks like it's on a doll made in China, like there is no doubt that this guy's in big trouble. So I got a text saying Hulk Hogan has died, and I replied, have they tried raising his hand 3 times? He might just be sleeping.
No.
It was such a good joke. It was such a good joke. It was perfect.
That was so funny.
Hulk Hogan is.
I thought of it.
I mean, but really, like, and I said this to the text chain too, I think he might be like a top 5 famous guy of all time. Like, I think if you compared like Hulk Hogan to like George H.W. Bush, Hulk Hogan is way more famous than George H.W. Bush.
I don't know if it's famous. I would say recognizable. Like if you walked into a room and someone saw him in the room, I think he immediately is one of the most recognizable people in the world.
No doubt. Matt?
But it was just, there's people that have effects on their given sports, and I'll use air quote, but I mean, professional wrestling.
Real to me, brother.
There's Tiger Woods, like just completely changed the PGA Tour. Who else? I mean, there's got to be some other people that we could think
Babe
of.
Ruth. There's so many famous athletes
Michael Phelps
cheated on their wives.
I'm trying to think of like Michael Phelps is just synonymous with swimming in America kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's all these things, but like Hulk Hogan absolutely brought, and it's everything coming together, but Hulk Hogan absolutely was the real American hero in the early 80s, mid 80s when WWF was coming up, and absolutely sprungboarded that to sprungboarded it to the where it was.
Yeah, massively influential because it was a regional thing up until, and it was like him and McMahon together, right? But it wasn't going to work without the one star, and he was it.
I texted this to the chain. My very first memory of professional wrestling is watching, I think it was, Russell, you can tell me, WrestleMania 3, and Hulk Hogan was facing Andre the Giant.
Pontiac Silverdome, 93,000. Aretha singing America the Beautiful.
And it had to be in like 1986, 1987, something like that. So, and my dad and his buddies were watching it, and the whole thing of him trying to body slam Andre the Giant and actually body slamming him when he kind of got him up to his waist kind of a thing. And how much everybody was, oh my goodness, the real American hero, got the big bad Andre the Giant. And it was amazing as like a 6 or 7 year old or whatever I was watching that.
You guys remember this song? We did talk about this song on Talking Book. We did a list.
Oh, that's been
And we were talking about a song by the Edgar Winter Group, which led into Rick Derringer, who played a real American.
Man, Russell, that's a great memory.
I think it might have been the best songs on one of the clavinet. This was the best songs on the clavinet. We were talking about Edgar Winter Group and Free Ride.
Wow.
And we had to detour. We had to call a high spot and go to Rick Derringer because of the connection to the Edgar Winter Group.
The other one that's truly incredible is I went back at Russell's suggestion and watched a few old Hogan matches, and WrestleMania 6 was one of them.
Aaron, I told you not to watch that video. Doctor got in trouble for that video. Don't go rewatch it.
Hey, when the Warrior gorilla presses Hogan, I mean, he doesn't lock it out, but like everybody got like, don't try to gorilla press your own kid. My kid weighs 80 pounds. There's no way I'm gorilla pressing that kid. Like he gorilla pressed a 320-pound man over his own head.
303.
It is crazy, but okay, first of all, I just want to say this. Can you imagine how much sushi you need to eat to feel so sick that you got to talk about it when you're going to fuck somebody's wife? Like, again, I know we've talked about it, but if I was going to go fuck somebody's wife, I would have to have eaten so much sushi to even mention it. Like, I would have had to eat the whole boat. You know what I mean?
He probably did. He probably ate a whole boat. Also, I got to warn our listeners, those of you who are not amongst our college graduates, fellow college alumni, you had to know you're tuning into a podcast of 4 white dudes of our age. There was no way we were not going to do a Hulk Hogan segment like right away. Like it's the number one thing we need to talk about.
And we're going to end with a Terry Bollea segment. So I was more of a fan of Terry Bollea toward the end. He had some good ideas. Like Aaron said, he never cared for the wrestling, but he liked the guy he became toward the end.
Like you said, everybody wants the border closed. Yeah. Everybody wants their light beer.
I just want to say this. Look at Hulk Hogan's, if you get a chance, his first match ever. Look at the guy who he wrestles, and you just realize how Hulk Hogan changed everything. So first of all, The first,
these are probably, this is WWE, but he, for our local listeners, actually became famous in the AWA, which was in Minneapolis. So he was a big AWA wrestler before he went to Vince McMahon's WWF.
Here he comes out with Bobby the Brain.
That's probably why Pastamania was at the Mall of America. He's got those deep Minnesota roots.
What other edifice could hold such a famous construction? You know what I mean? Like, where would you put the Mona Lisa? Where would you put? Look at Hulk Hogan compared to the guy he's about to wrestle. So Hulk Hogan, first of all, comes out literally a specimen of a man.
Looks like Thunderbolt from Rocky.
He's got some lats.
A lot of chest hair.
When you find, and first of all, look at this guy he's wrestling. The guy he's wrestling is easily.
He looks like me if I didn't eat for like 2 months.
He literally looks like a guy that if he came over to do your plumbing, you'd be like, oh, I'm set. This is going to be the best plumbing job I've ever gotten done in my entire life. He looks like a little Mario. Like if Mario got old and fat and kind of went into WWE wrestling, this is what it would look like. And Hulk Hogan is like, he's a man. And that's the thing is like, if Hulk Hogan wanted to fuck my wife, you would have to say yes. I would film it too. I think everybody would.
What are you talking about?
I mean, he's so much bigger. And so his first move is he just throws the guy down. Now, listen, we are not talking about Hulk Hogan. We are talking about LL Cool J. Let's turn on the radio.
Another specimen of a man.
Oh, for real. LL Cool J was like he was who I wanted to be body image wise growing up until
D'Angelo, pretty much. It was LL and then it was D'Angelo. And you're like, well, I'm not going to attain either of those things.
Yeah. His heel turn, like when Hogan turned NWO, his heel turn was like turning up on like NCIS Florida or whatever show he's on. But I did tell you guys, when I've read the Yahoo obituary, first full paragraph, there's the first like 2-sentence paragraph, but the first full paragraph did reference his pasta restaurant at the Mall of America. I was like, that's pretty crazy.
That's amazing. He was a businessman.
The article that Aaron promised us never came to fruition.
I think I gave to the Kickstarter. Yeah, I definitely donated to the Kickstarter. I tried, and I think I emailed someone, and it never happened. And that was during the time of this podcast, and was also a very long time ago. For those of you keeping score.
All right, then I will turn on the radio, like I've said 100 times, and this is actually not my fault. So let's turn it on.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we only have one question to ask Russell. Do you want to eat here, or should we go out and get something?
No leftovers. Russell pounded the table. He wants a fresh meal at Spoon and Stable. Russell wants to eat out. I thought so. Getting plantains at Chimborazo. Heat up food. He don't wanna get some steak at Porzana. He doesn't want you to cook for me. He's got reservations at Awami. Caspian Bistro when he wants Afghani. Want a big ol' steak, then we're going to Manny's. Russell will chow down to Maria's Cafe. Even go vegan at Reverie. Russell loves eating out. He's got his technique down. Russell loves eating out. He'll never do carry out. Russell will scream and shout that he loves eating out. And a drink to wash it down. Russell loves eating out. There it is.
Nice.
Wow.
Actually, I don't know how Matt will feel, but I'm more of a Murray's guy than a Manny's guy.
Murray's is the butter knife, right?
I like Murray's. Murray's is good. Murray's is more... Manny's is like fancy. You feel like a classic... Like you feel like you got a waitress that's been there for 60 years kind of a thing. You go to Murray's. That's a good spot to go.
Better.
What is that the best steakhouse in the cities? Do you think, Russell? Like, is it as
I think most people call Manny's. Like when people come in and do conferences or they do like a big work event at a fancy steakhouse, they do Manny's. But I am a Murray's guy.
You know, I took my dog into Manny's once. My dog ate with me at Manny's. Yeah, because we were staying at the W and we went there for breakfast. And my dog just sat right next to me, underneath that big cow thing.
Oh my God.
My God.
Guys, that's how you know. You look over at me, you know I'm the king when I got a dog at
problem,
Manny's.
Russell, and I know I'm the one extending this now, is that, they always say that I think it's like the 801 Steakhouse or something like that, because it's on 801 Nicollet Avenue. Mm-hmm. They've got the most expensive steak in the city, kind of a thing. So everybody puts them down as like, so it's weird. So it's almost like if you have the most expensive steak, you're the best steakhouse kind of a thing, but it's just a ploy. So you're right. So anybody who's coming to Minneapolis, don't fall for the 801 Steakhouse. Go to Manny's or Murray's.
Love it. Listen, I've got 3 guys here who met LL Cool J when they acted on NCIS. Yeah, we all acted on the guys who look like perverts and probably jack off to weird shit division. NCIS. Okay.
What?
NCIS has a lot of different shows.
Divisions?
How like Law and Order has SVU and it has all the different. Okay. So once again,
I've never seen an episode of any NCIS show. Not one.
Nope.
You got to admit though, guys, the summer, it changes the jack off, doesn't it? I mean, when you are searching on Bing, and this is a little tip out there for everybody, you can search low bandwidth porn and it will only, now I know what you're thinking. Why would you do that?
Russell, please say,
We gotta not do that.
What?
Let's say your room is so far away from the Wi-Fi router.
Rob, remember when I told you how every week I think this is going to be the week where we're not going to have to take this down? Like, this is, you can't argue with me in a few weeks when I make the request.
I know I've got two of our listeners who are putting that mental note down. Low bandwidth. And nobody's happy. I've got Matt in Noth Dakota. Matt, how are you doing?
Noth Dakota. I guess I was good, but then I realized that this podcast has been here for years. So
Wow.
We truly have. We're coming up on 5 years now.
Every episode we hope is a comeback, Matt, for sure. I've got Russell in Minneapolis. Russell, how are you doing?
Rob, I'm going to tie you up and let you understand that I am not your average man.
Wow. And I've got Aaron out in California. Now, Aaron recently said to me, and he said, I was thinking about that I should stop drinking. But then I thought to myself, what, am I going to listen to some alcoholic? I don't think so. I've got Aaron in California. Aaron, how are you doing?
That's a slippery slope. I'm not going there. I think I'm in the mood for a tuna melt. Let's talk about LL Cool J. Mama said knock you out.
Aaron, I do appreciate that you edited yourself and didn't use your other opener about us finding another bowl of cereal to stick our spoon in.
I mean, listen, if there's a rap song and it includes the words tuna melt, there's no chance I'm not quoting it. That's it. Like, I mean, this is the pinnacle.
This is a heavy food album, isn't it?
It's very foodie, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he was so buff. He was hungry all the time. He was always thinking about these snacks.
Hitting the gym and eating tuna salad. That was it.
We got Mr. Goodbar. We got cereal. We got tuna melts. What don't you have?
We got a lot of beer talk, talking about Coors and Miller.
Oh, you guys listen to this album so well. I'm so proud of you. Now, Russell, for you, before we get into the voicemail, for you, Russell, this is like a seminal album for you, isn't it? Like this was the first CD I ever purchased.
Wow.
And I think it's because of the Mama Said Knock You Out. It's the music video on MTV, right?
And it felt like he was like 50 years old, right? Because you were like, oh, he's been gone and he came back. And then when you realize this is his fourth album and he's 20 or whatever, you're like, oh, I didn't get it.
But at the time, you're probably right, Aaron, but like at the time, I knew nothing else of LL Cool J other than, oh, he's got a cool boxing type song on MTV, right?
Yeah. Same. I was like, oh, this guy came back from I don't even know what, but he came back and made this cool video and like obviously overcame something and it was a big deal. Yeah.
Let's get to our voicemail.
Dumbest of the dumb. Dumb.
Wow. So is this part two of our 5-part series?
This is part 2 of our 5-part series.
Fuck off.
Oh my God.
Stupid. I can kiss my ass.
All right. I've changed since then.
Back to it better. Great to talk to you. First off, this is Steve, not that Steve. Part of the complimentary movie guys. It's been a while.
Oh, different Steve.
Got to talk about the college drinking stories. Our thing was by the time our first semester of freshman year at NDSU, with at least one or maybe another one of the complimentary movie guys, we had enough Kharkov 175s to create a Christmas tree with highlighters.
Oh no.
Yeah, not a lot of studying going on, but a lot of hammering down 1.75s of Kharkov for $4.99.
To create a Christmas tree?
A Christmas tree? And then he said highlighters. So how's that working? Is this?
I think he's putting highlighters in water in the bottle. Is that what they're doing?
Oh, maybe. So you finish the bottle, you fill it up with water, you drop a highlighter.
And then do you put light on the backside of it to make it?
Does it? But now that's what I was thinking too, Matt. But then I'm thinking like these guys are in college. There's no way they're out getting like the appropriate backlight.
But also, they're at that state school up in Noth Dakota. So, you know.
Well, that's the other thing is that can you imagine
also,
running a liquor store by NDSU?
It's one of those things as a dude where you go like, yeah, let's do this. And then like you bring a lady home and you go like, check out our Karkov bottle display. And it's like, she's not thinking that's the same thing you thought it was. Like this is not impressive.
Technically that could have been me like 3 years ago, Aaron, but we don't need to go there.
Actually, she's terrified. Like she's going to turn and run.
I would be like, are you supposed to be heating up plastic bottles like that? Like, are you supposed to have that light so close to all those plastic bottles?
Right. And water as well?
I guarantee, you know how we have like 2 grams of plastic like in our nutsack? You guys know what I'm talking about? Where you see that? Have you seen that? Where like the microplastics, they find it in all the males' scrotums now. I guarantee I've got a little bit of plastic from Karkaroff's bottles in my nutsack. What? Look, listen, Russell, I know you want to talk about this all the time. We don't have time right now to talk about microplastics. Okay? Let's just say I stocked up on my face lotion. Okay? After they passed the rules, I had to get out there on those. Never mind. You don't get the Russell has no idea what microplastics is. That's crazy to me. It's in your nuts, Russell. Look it up. Can you imagine? Do you guys ever wish? Sometimes I wish that I had gone to a bigger school like NDSU just because.
Absolutely.
Just because of some stuff like that, like the party scene. Like St. Olaf, I'm not going to lie. Being on a dry college campus does not loan itself to the best party scene.
A little bit square, a little bit L7, in a good way. Love that about it, but a little bit L7.
I did a tour when I was going to colleges of Madison, thinking about going to Wisconsin. I don't know, guys. I might have died out there, though. What did you think, Matt? You wanted to go to a big school?
I didn't know what I want. I mean, I legitimately wish I would have had more direction or something, right? Like I keep telling my kids, like they're going to have to be within 100 miles of the ocean when they go to school. Like go to the East Coast, go to the West Coast, get out, see something, go to a big school, things like that. I am super happy that I went to St. Olaf.
Hell yeah.
Got what I did, and where we're at, people I got to meet, and all that good stuff. Play baseball, blah blah blah. But yeah, we absolutely missed out on like the big school scene, from going to football games to just everything involved. I think
we just recycled our Karkov bottles out. We were losers,
right?
Man, we didn't recycle at all in college, did we? There was no recycling on campus.
No, Aaron, get the fuck out of here.
I'm just thinking about this. Like we
Rob,
just all went in the trash.
So we don't lose Aaron's wife.
Was there not recycling? Was there not recycling in the dorms?
No, they had recycling, right?
They had to have.
They had to be, yeah. Because I remember that's why we had that meeting at Hoyme. There were so many liquor bottles every weekend. They're like, okay, we're just having a meeting. Like we just from what we see out there, we have to have a meeting.
Speaking of recycling, I was at a Twins game. We're at the point where I don't even know where to throw garbage at in like public places. Like,
oh, right. Yeah.
The Twin Stadium has like one is called some type of waste, or I don't know, and there's recycling and something else. But I'm like,
there's compost, there's recycling, and then there's
just like, where do I throw the crap I just ate? The rest of it, I have no idea where to throw it anymore.
There's nothing that's just labeled trash.
Yes, there's no garbage.
That's like when you lived in Vermont. People didn't ask you if you had compost. They asked you where was your compost. So like within 2 months, we had to get a compost, because when we told our first person that we didn't have compost, they looked at us literally like we were like Ted Cruz, like living in Burlington or something. Like it was crazy. It was insane.
Just to bring it back to the caller's question, the only kind of similar thing I remember is Barry from Burnsville found a deal at the Firehouse Liquor. And I think that was in Dundas. It was outside.
I never went to Firehouse. I only went to the Muni.
It was, we used to go to Firehouse and we'd go there and they'd have all those displays, right? Where you'd have like Dale Earnhardt Jr. was whatever. Yeah. And if you told them you wanted that and nobody had you could put a Post-it note on the back of it with your name and your phone number and they would call you. So we had like 7 of those in our pod at one point, and so it was a thing to go out there and try to get the right, exactly. The only thing I remember is they used to have like the discount bin. Like it was one of those things where you walked in, it was like the doors slide open, and the other ones. So in the breezeway, they had like the sale stuff. And Barry from Burnsville, one time, I think he bought like 16 bottles of like lime vodka for like $3 or $4 each bottle, kind of thing. So for like 3 months, that's all Barry drank was lime vodka, and it was just like he's like, well. That's what I got, kind of a thing. So,
speaking of drinking, give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to go get and show you what I've been hitting up at the cabin.
Oh, love it.
Look at this. This is what I've been drinking up at the cabin, like a can a day. It's back.
Gross.
Hard Mountain Dew seltzer. And let me tell you, Russell, it is gross. Okay. This is the original flavor. They also had Baja Blast. And of course, the orange, which we all know Russell's named LimeWire. Everybody knows that. It's the only soda ever developed specifically to use with vanilla ice cream. A lot of people don't realize that. But I will tell you, what you, Matt? You're drinking beers at the cabin. Russell
beer wasn't developed to use with vanilla ice cream.
My go-to cabin drink when I was up north this last week, I went vodka, Tito's.
Wow.
I went with, mixed that up with a little bit of pineapple juice, a little bit of limeade, and then ginger beer. So like a tropical mule, if you will.
Can you imagine if College Russ saw you, what you're up to now? Like, can you imagine if you met College?
Rob, show me that can again. I missed it. Show me your can.
Look at this.
What?
Hard Mountain Dew.
Why is it? I mean, the can is black. That should tell you.
That just said, that just, you're wearing what a Affliction shirt if you're drinking that stuff.
Wow. It hurts when I sit on these studded jeans. You know what I mean? They're so bedazzled.
That reminds me, I saw
Ed Hardy jeans.
Saliva opened WrestleMania 18. WrestleMania 18 broadcast opens with Saliva.
I like how WrestleMania 1 is like Aretha Franklin by 18. They're like, who has that song we like?
Saliva.
No, wait. No, I don't like that song. Hey, yeah, we'll hire Saliva anyway. Don't worry about it. Russell, can you imagine it? What if you hung out with College U right now and they came up and they were bringing Karkoff's bottles? Would you be able to handle that right now?
I was a Karkoff guy back in college.
Yeah, he was.
You know what I would want to know is how much money did you save by going with the Karkoff 175 versus, do they call those a Magnum? I'm going to go the Karkoff Magnum versus a Smirnoff Magnum. Like, is it $2 savings or is it like $15 savings?
I bet it's at least $10, right?
But the thing is, too, is if you're doing it sounded like those guys are doing like 14 of those a week or something. Like at that point, Russell, it really is adding up. You know what I mean?
My low point in college drinking.
Oh, this I got to hear.
This was on a road trip to Iowa. I think I couldn't either afford or they didn't have Karkoff, and I bought a bottle of Kamchatka vodka, and that was like a low moment.
Yeah,
Kamchatka. How do you spell that?
Kamchatka, which I think is like a Russian state, right?
Well, you know that from Risk.
Yeah, it's the Kamchatka Peninsula. There you go.
Vodka. Yeah, so this was like truly. Oh my God, Russell.
That's $9.99 for a Magnum.
They got it at Target. It's diluted.
A 1.75 at Target is $9.99. Russell.
But I'm sorry.
That means that's with inflation. If you're going back to like 1999, you're going back 25 years.
Rolling going. I'm going to do the rare, almost never done before. Rolling going to myself. I'm calling my own number because all this talk about stuff that's bad for you and how cheap it was.
Rob's clearing it out. Clear out. He's going isolation.
I'm going
doesn't need the
coast
Get out.
to coast. Okay. I took my kids to Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
We got 3 small blizzards. Now, not the mini. Okay. Now I was sick as a dog after eating one of these small blizzards. I couldn't handle it. I did not get the mini. 3 small blizzards. And of course,
but you can handle the hard Mountain Dew.
You ate 3 small blizzards?
No, my kids.
Answer. Might have been what
I couldn't decide on a flavor.
I don't want a large. I couldn't possibly handle a large. They get
what
3
could
smalls.
Butterfinger and vanilla ice cream possibly taste like? Well, I better find out for the 400th time in my life. 3 small blizzards and a cheese curd. The woman goes, "Thank you. That'll be $25.54." And I said, "Oh, well, there must be some mistake. I'm simply going to pull ahead because there is no way that 3 small blizzards and a cheese curd, okay, costs $25.54. And indeed, it does. Now, you guys know I come back to Minnesota in the summer. This is when I get fast food. I cannot believe.
I don't know. I'm amazed. I don't want to sound, there are guys on this podcast who make a lot of money, right? Who make really good money. And I don't know that I'm in that neighborhood, but I honestly could not tell you. I was at Dairy Queen a month ago. I honestly could not tell you how much it was. I don't look like you're at Dairy Queen. You're paying for ice cream. You're not going to leave once you get the bill. I'm amazed that you can actually remember what it costs.
Aaron, take your headphones off. Hold on, take your headphones off.
Yeah, they're on.
Guys, this is how you know Aaron makes a shit ton because he doesn't even care. Doesn't even care. Doesn't look. Just here's the Amex Black. Here we go.
When he's at Dairy Queen, he's dropping the credit card so he could hear how heavy it is. You know what I mean? They hear that metallic thing. He's like,
thunk right out of there.
Yeah. Don't even show me the bill. Okay. Aaron,
All right, Aaron, come on back.
put those
Yeah,
back
hey,
on.
thanks, guys. Yeah, it's nice to be back. Yeah, appreciate it.
I was shocked by the blizzard, what the situation was. However, I got to say, the blizzard I had, it was like chocolate with cookie dough or something. That shit was hitting, guys. It was so good. It was crazy good. And I'm going to tell you this, fast food secret in Minnesota, get the cheese curds. Every single time you can, those cheese curds, when you were eating cheese curds in the car, you know your life is just in a certain space.
That's bad.
No, that is not. I was going to say
That's really bad.
for as many cheese curds as we have, and we're far superior when it comes to cheese curd production. Minnesota, probably the best state.
I would say so.
In
Easily.
the union at cheese curds, absolutely 100%. But Rob, you do not get them at a fast food place. There's so many restaurants everywhere that
They
does
should
it
be
so much
ordered at
better.
a dive bar only, in my mind.
Absolutely.
Maybe a bowling
Absolutely.
alley? Can you do a bowling alley?
Yes, that's
Okay.
that's a dive bar to
Okay.
me.
Fried pickles, cheese curds. Yeah, those can't be fast food things,
No,
Rob.
that's embarrassing.
I really don't want to tell on myself here,
Go
but I will say I think the Culver's cheese curds are better than the Dairy Queen cheese curds. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say anything else. All right. Forget about it. Russell, rolling going. How's it going with you?
Rolling going. Things are good. I actually was going to give Rob a little bit of credit. I saw Rob last weekend for a few days. I was up
we saw some photos.
Wait,
in
how's
northern
this happen?
Minnesota, and I was able to stop by
Wait.
his cabin for actually it was
You got
probably a day and a
invited
half.
up there?
Man.
Oh,
You got invited to his cabin?
You must
Yeah,
know
you guys
somebody
didn't get
who knows
you didn't
somebody.
get the invite, Matt.
Hold on, let me check my email.
Russell.
Aaron?
Yeah.
You got
Inviting people via email.
Nope.
Do you want me to send a text to the other
I'll
13
check my
guys on the
spam.
chain,
Hold
Rob?
on,
Maybe
let me check my
maybe
spam.
they
Nope,
got
not
it.
in there either.
No.
I've got so many text chains going on. Guys, I got to say, Russell is a dream to have at
we
the
know it.
cabin.
We know it.
And do you know what? The one thing that Russell is really, really good at? If you need a boat spotter, if you need somebody to spot and watch kids ski or do whatever, Russell's the guy. He is watching, he's paying attention. Russell, today I was out on a boat with 5 adults. Not one of them was watching the skier. I had to turn around and watch the whole time. They were all chatting with each other. Russell, you are an excellent boat spotter. I appreciate it.
So Rob is a great host. Here's what I want to give Rob credit for. There's probably about,
Finally.
I don't know, 12 people in a cabin, I would say, around there, Rob. Somewhere, maybe 15, somewhere in
Hey,
there.
is this that part where you're going to tell Robbie's doing something right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Good.
first
Maybe
time all
next
summer.
episode.
That's all I hear,
Rob-
Aaron.
I was going to say Rob is a great host. I was going to give you guys 2 or 3 examples. One, Rob does a great job of getting his nieces and nephews, other people out on a boat, out on a pontoon, out on the tubes. And he does an amazing job of keeping it moving snappy. You're not out there for like 3-4 hours. He gets people out there, gets them in the lake, gets them on the tube. And he's got natural ways of letting that trip on the lake expire, whether it's letting the boat drift for a little bit, saying, oh, we're getting close to shore, it's time to go in. But he is moving that thing along, making sure everyone is having a blast. But he knows that if we let it go too long and people start getting antsy out there, then it's not a fun trip. He's got people back in just in the nick of time. Rob does a great job of getting people involved, but also time management with fun things. Rob, what
James Brown said, kill him and leave. Kill him and leave.
I have to say, one thing, we were out on a pontoon boat ride and Russell said, my favorite length of pontoon boat ride is 3 hours plus.
right.
And I have to say, there was a visible flinch from my wife, who was also on the boat. She had a very strong reaction. And in fact, Russell, one of the reasons that pontoon boat ride ended early is because I did look back and my wife was giving me the wrap it up sign.
The Tito Santana.
The turnaround. We were not even across the lake. And she was like, we got to go.
Jake Roberts after the short clothesline.
It was
DDT.
It was the Rob's mom at the wedding saying, wrap this up. It's time to go. Russell, I'm getting forced. I do think though, Russell, you got it. If you don't get people out and doing stuff, people are going to get bored, right? But I'll tell you what, one of the worst things you can do is stuff. Because then you're out there, and if you're doing stuff for too long, then people get bored too. You got to keep it moving. Now, Russell, I appreciate the compliments. The day you left, I slept for 6 hours. I took a 6-hour nap. Look at my face. Look how red I am. This has been my life.
I will say, Rob did disappear for about 3-4 hours one afternoon to weight lift, supposedly. I don't know. if he was in a hot shower for a long time or where he went, but he was definitely gone for, I would say, probably 3 hours on one of the afternoons.
Let's just say it was like 44.1, Russell. We were in low bandwidth mode. I'm just going to say that right now. Okay. It was coming over the 14 baud modem. It was very, very slow.
The other thing Rob did a great job of, he came up with a game one of the nights. They had an indoor ping pong table. I thought this was super cool. They kind of had this cabin had almost like a rec room off the back end. It's like it looked like it was a garage that had been revamped into like a pretty big rec room that you could probably easily fit 15-ish people in there moving around. So the ping pong table, people were playing ping pong. They were having fun with it. But Rob came up with this game. I don't know if he came up with it. I believe he called it Round the World or something like this.
Rob's ping pong game, TM.
But everyone essentially grabs just a regular item that's not a ping pong paddle. And then everyone stands around the circle and you play ping pong back and forth with items that are not ping pong paddles. Like it could be an atlas, could be a Kleenex box. It could be any sort of just regular item found in the cabin. But if you can't hit it across, you're out. It just keeps going back and forth. People loved it. And Rob, again, here's where he is so good at this stuff. He got everyone played. Everyone played. Nobody fought it. Everyone had fun. And after about 4 or 5 rounds, it was over. And he ended it before it got to the point where people got annoyed with it or before they got antsy with it. Great job of Rob finding cool things for fun things for people to do, getting them in, getting them out, and so they have a great time doing it.
Thank you, Russell.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, my cabin experience completely different.
Oh no.
We were surfing today for 4 hours. We were out on the boat for 4 hours today. Came in once to reload on waters and other drinks, and we're back out surfing for 4 hours. At the same time, I think we get competitive with our cornhole up here, with ping pong, other things like that. Those things go on for hours because it is the most competitive thing you've ever been a part of, and nobody's going to lose. And it's all fun. It's all fun, right? But everybody keeps playing until you absolutely fall and hit the ground. So completely, but Rob, you are very smart in that you are the one that is initiating that. Like, hey, we're going to go do it, because then you're the guy who's got all the kids out. And when you bring it back in, well, then it's everybody else's turn to get everybody else to do things. It's not you. You've done your part.
Matt, no complaints from you, Matt. You're saying 4 hours on the boat is the way you would do it. That's you're enjoying that.
If you can, but you got to have the kids that are willing to do it, right?
Yeah,
like if they're getting annoyed and things like that, like, well, it's time to go in, and so well, then but like you go surfing, you go jump off the boat for a while, just drift for a little while, get back up, start surfing again, different things like that. So I don't know.
See, Matt, I think one of the big differences is you're at a cabin with other people who maybe you're not related to. I'm at a cabin with almost all people I'm related to. So there's a lot of like, let's move this on, and I'm going to go take a nap for a while too. It's a very different experience. And Russell, you have one more good thing to say about me? Oh.
No, I was just going to say you did describe yourself as Rob. I'm going to give you a compliment here that I don't think we've ever given you.
Wow. I love this.
Rob is also very self-aware at this cabin trip. He looked at me at one point and he said, look,
what?
I feel like I'm becoming too much of a camp counselor. I've got to back off. Like, I think he knows when he's kind of becoming the teacher and kind of organizing everything, he knows, I gotta take a step back here. And he even mentioned he thought he didn't want to become like the camp counselor, and he kind of took a step back. Just a fantastic job of leading a fun weekend, Rob.
So what you said there, if I heard it right, and maybe Barry from Burnsville can call in and verify this, is that Rob is just a natural teacher and can't turn it off. He just, through the summer, just enjoys the teaching profession. I don't know
about his teaching ability. I could see why he would be a good karaoke coach. It makes sense.
Whenever time I'm trying to teach the girls to go water skiing, and I just start saying, just get up, damn it. We've been out here like 45 minutes. Just get up. Just hold on. Like, you have to just keep holding on.
Be an athlete. That's what I always say. Be an athlete. Like Let's go.
Yeah, be an athlete.
You're not my kid. Get up.
Well, guys, I have to say Russell is a great guest to have at the cabin. He did bring. I don't say.
I wasn't going to tell you you're adopted, but now I am.
Clearly, you're not my child.
Usually, well, that's the problem I have is that my kid now is getting up on one ski, and she's like asking me for tips, and I'm like, I don't know. I've never done that in my life.
I'm the one giving you tips on that. Dude,
Yeah.
good luck.
Yeah, you might as well ask me about Spacewalk or something. Like, I have no idea what's going on at all.
You want to talk about fast food cheese curds? I'm here for you.
And the thing is, my kids are always like, why do we always have to wait so long at Dairy Queen and Culver's? And I'm like, because they never have made the cheese curds ahead of time. They're making those piping hot fresh for us. That might be the one order of cheese curds they're getting a day. Oh, do you want that combo meal with the cheese curds replacing the fries? Is that what I said? Is that what I said? No. It's an appetizer. And it's a dessert because it's at the bottom of the bag at the end.
Roland, go out here. How's it going with you?
It's going great. I think, let's see. No, I think I need some advice. I was going to tell a story, but I'll tell the story another time. Yeah,
well, we got to get into the advice corner. And for me to find that sound clip on this computer, not a problem.
It's time for Russell's Advice Corner.
Aaron's.
Yeah, this is real. This is real time, real advice. So our listeners, by the time they hear this, the moment will have passed. So
low
tonight,
bandwidth.
We're recording this tonight on a Sunday. And about a week ago, so tomorrow's Monday, about a week ago, one of our listeners let me know that he was going to be out in the Bay Area for his wife's 50th. And can I say 50th? Can you say that about a lady? So they're coming out. So I knew he was coming out on Sunday the 27th.
Boy, they're old. You got some old friends.
And he said to me,
"You gonna make there, Aaron?"
And he said to me, well, you know, I didn't want to come out there without telling you. You know, but we're coming out. It's a short trip. It's a weekday. You know, if you feel like driving a couple hours to have some wine on a Monday, let me know. And I'm thinking like he probably doesn't actually want me to join him, right? And then
before you even get any further, I just want to say it's very nice of this friend to actually call you and let you know when they're in town.
It's true.
You know, like when they're just stopping in and maybe have nothing going on and maybe passing through and are there for a night.
Rob flies into the Minneapolis airport like 4 times a year, and I don't think has ever seen any of us. He never tells any of us.
Yeah.
So this is
a big deal. So, right. So, okay. But it was a week ago and I'm thinking like, well, I don't know if he really wants me to come up there. And then I'm thinking like, it's like, we're going on vacation next week. So like, I'm going to miss a week of work next week. So I probably shouldn't miss, you know, a Monday of work because I got stuff going on. Oh. So I'm thinking like, I skip it. I'll just let him do the thing.
Life's too short.
And then,
right. Yet I know where this is going. Exactly.
You know where it's going. So then I texted him yesterday. Hey, hope you guys are have a good trip out here. I know you're coming in tomorrow. Here's a couple ideas for hikes where you're staying. And he says, yeah, thanks. That's great. He goes, he goes, we're going to see Goody at his winery on Monday. And I'm thinking, so like we have a mutual friend who's got a winery in Napa. And he's like, we're going to see Goody at his winery Monday. And I'm like, oh, really? What's going on? And he's like, well, he's probably going to do a tasting and a tour. He's like, you should play hooky and join us. We're going to be at Bouchain at noon on Monday. And I was like, fuck, I got to do it, don't I? So here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the real thing. You might have to bleep. You might have to bleep some of this stuff.
Yeah.
My only meeting tomorrow afternoon is with my boss, who is wonderful and is.
I'm feeling a little sick.
But she set up time with me tomorrow just to like talk about some specific stuff that like she thought I needed help with. So now I was like, fuck, I gotta go taste some wine with Joe and Goody. And like Anna's not working tomorrow, take her up there too. And then I was like, well, I don't know. I think I just have to be honest with my boss, right? And just be like, look, I know we said at this time, it's very generous of you, but I need to take the day because I have this friend from out of town. Like, I can't tell her I'm sick. I got to like be honest, right? I can't fake what do I do? Because I got to go.
I think you just got to say you had an unexpected conflict come up. It's something you really want to make. There's everyone in the world understands that and would say, hey, no worries. We'll figure it out. Right. You can give me a call a different time.
You're part of corporate America.
We're fine.
You get all the lingo you can come up with.
Yeah. I can't not go. Like he's an hour from my house tasting wine. He's like, we're going to be there at noon. I'm
Hold on.
We can go at noon.
You can definitely not go. I mean, you were technically an hour from his house a few weeks ago. You were probably 30 minutes from his house. So did you go?
I didn't. That's true. I did not.
You could not go.
Aaron, here's what I would tell this is a perfect chance to tell your boss that those internet ads came true. There's finally hot milfs in your area and they want to meet with you at a winery. A 50-year-old wants to meet with you at a winery. You have to go.
I got to go. But part of me was like, I don't know if he actually wants me to join or not. Like, am I calling his bluff where he was like, I got to let you know? And am I crashing the party,
If this is the person I know, every year, Joe and his wife, who's a great person, by the way. I didn't know who you're talking about at first, and so I take back my word.
We're skeptical. There's some wives we're
Matt,
skeptical.
you want us to
We'll
put
talk
in
about
the
it later.
comments about her age from last year's podcast where we talked about this?
Go
or not?
ahead, whatever.
It's-
Okay. All right.
Every year they have this thing in the fall where the kids go with aunt and uncle and they get like a weekend, and usually it's somewhere up in the Twin Cities.
Mhm.
So when they're in the Twin Cities, they actually call and let you know that they're there and want to hang out with you and things like that. But for the last 3 years, I've met them at this brewery out by Lake Minnetonka, and it's been great.
Okay.
So they absolutely would love to see you, Aaron.
All right.
I guarantee.
Then I got to do it.
I guarantee it.
The thing that makes it easier to Aaron, he invited you to like something where you have in common. Like you're going to see they're going out of their way to see him. Like you're not stepping in on like some romantic afternoon or anything. They're going to see other people they know. So I think you're more than welcome to go. I always think as long as you're not ruining like their plans, then you are then if they're inviting you, you should definitely
That's what
feel
I'm
welcome.
thinking. I like it. I like it.
Aaron, listen, if I was out with my wife on a vacation I had paid for and planned, and one of her college friends was coming to meet us
you'd be
for who
pissed.
knows how long, I would be thrilled, I'm sure. This is a great idea. Go right ahead. Okay. Actually, you know what you could do though, Aaron? I think you could just think about this. What if you go and buy, and I had to ask ChatGPT where this would be found in a Walgreens, go and buy a thing of coconut oil. And just don't say anything. When you show up, just hand it to them. Be like, hey, I know you guys are having a great weekend. Here's some coconut oil. Wouldn't you be thrilled?
What?
If they showed up and got...
I know you couldn't carry this on the plane. So here's 8 ounces.
Yeah.
It's more than you can take on a plane. Matt.
No, it's... Yeah. This is...
I was just gonna say, the other thing is Eric, for a long time, he's been out there and he runs this, this.
I know, and I've never been up there.
We need a conduit. So you could tell him when you see him tomorrow, there's all these people, this text chain, you got to get a picture with them. And we just need a conduit. We need to know if it's okay to just drop in on them.
I mean, I texted him. I was like, is it cool if I crash with Joe and Bridget? He was like, yes, absolutely. Right away. He's like, the more the merrier.
Good.
So, I mean, I feel like I got to do it.
Tell him I said hi.
I will, absolutely.
I haven't talked to him in a long time.
Ask him if he would sponsor a podcast.
But then the final question is, so we're supposed to, I think we'd meet at noon. We got to leave by 3 because we got to get back and pick Wallace up from camp. I feel like I should just take the whole day off though, right? I shouldn't try to work part of the day and then get away. I should just I got to take the day, right? I mean, what do I do?
I would do what I've done for the past couple of years, taking days off, where about every other one, I just forget to put it in the system. And if they call me on it, I'm like, I totally forgot to put that in the system. My bad. And if they don't call me on it, that's for Rob. That's one for Rob.
Speaking of, I'll run this by you because Aaron is really what he's getting at is would anyone ever uninvite you or say hey, I don't have time to hang out? I know we don't see each other as often, but would anyone ever say, hey, this isn't going to work? Because I did that a few weeks ago with a friend in Denver because we were going to Denver and we were there for Friday night, Saturday night, back Sunday. So this is an in and out day and a half.
Close, right?
And had a friend there. We're trying to find times to make it work. And finally I just said, I don't think it's going to work this time. And you know what? I sat there and I fretted for a day.
Yeah.
But I don't want to spend my time out there meeting with that person. But I wanted to be nice about it, was trying to find ways to make it work. And then finally I was just hey, I don't think it's going to work this time. And you know what? I don't think he gave 2 shits. It was probably a pain in the ass for him to have to come and meet us.
He was probably thrilled. I can tell you, as somebody who lives in a city where I get a lot of people coming out to visit me, I'll text him and I'll say, hey, I know you're probably out here, you're busy. But if you want to meet up, let me know. And I got to tell you, when they say, no, I don't have time, I'm just oh, fuck yeah. This is so great. This is one of the greatest feelings of my entire life, not doing something. God, I love that shit.
That's like when you got super hammered on Halloween and didn't come meet me the one year, Rob.
See, but Russell remembers that. So that's why I feel like I got to go. But we'll see. I called his bluff. So we'll see if he's happy to see me or not.
Listen, I tried to save some money on Halloween by buying Kamchatka that year. And I paid the price for it.
Now, here's the other thing to knowing the
last
people.
year I tried Irkutsk vodka. This year I'm going Kamchatka.
Now I'm not talking about specific people, but I have no doubt that your buddy will be excited to see you. Now, would his wife be excited? Would anyone's wife be excited to spend some more time with Aaron? I doubt it.
That's a good question. Yeah.
Listen, can I just tell you in my experience?
Have you ever met his wife?
I'm not talking about her specifically. I'm talking about in a hypothetical world of Matt.
Oh, well, as long as we're doing this.
World, if you take a trip to Napa or Sonoma, is your wife excited to spend one of her 3 days with Aaron?
It's going to be like 2 hours.
I mean, at a vineyard. Yeah. I mean, at like a wine tasting. Absolutely.
Okay.
Because it breaks it up a little bit because
I agree,
you need more people to talk to.
Otherwise, you just stare at each other drinking wine, getting hammered. You need other people.
Or like, look at that hill over there. Oh, look at the trains going by over there.
But
right?
You guys know.
I think you're 100% right, man.
My bigger concern is not how someone else's wife is going to react to me. My bigger concern is I'm bringing my wife along. How am I going to make sure she comes back home with me? Right? You guys know this guy. Yeah. You guys know this
Silver Fox. Silver Fox. You gotta be careful.
I gotta make sure.
He's gonna fuck your world up.
I'm not gonna drink a single drop of water. I'm not leaving that table, man. No way.
No. And Aaron, can I just tell you, in my experience, wives hate meeting you. They hate hanging out with you. They hate when you're hanging out with their husband. They hate pretty much everything about you. Wives do not like us. Okay, that's just my experience. I don't know. Maybe that's just me personally.
Well, I feel like
Matt, what would be the limit for your wife? You guys do a romantic trip to Napa Valley for 3 days. And you say, okay, we're meeting Aaron for one afternoon. Then we're meeting Rob for that night. Then we're meeting, is it one meetup with a friend that's outside of her world, or how many?
You probably got to break it down, right? Like, do we have 9 events kind of a thing? We've got a lunch, an afternoon, a dinner, a lunch, whatever. Yeah. I would say you have to be at a third of those or less with meetups. Kind of a deal.
Go. Okay.
33%.
That's my. I mean, the rest of the math is not up to me. It's up to him.
Guys, can you imagine? I mean, this just shows you what Russell's life is like. Can you imagine? Oh, we're going to plan a romantic weekend together. Okay, yeah. Sure, let's do that. That'll be really fun. We're both going to want to have sex all the time.
We know Rob's not planning because he doesn't even look at what time his airline's at. He just shows up to whatever he's at. He's not planning anything.
Don't get me started about that. I was trying to watch a rematch or re-showing of the UFC matches this morning, and Jenny was on the phone trying to get my ticket changed, flying back to New York. She had
Why are you changing your own tickets?
She had so many questions for me. I was like, I'm trying to watch this. God damn.
And isn't there an app? I mean, can't you just do it on the app?
You would think so. And Russell, it was a fight night replay. It wasn't even a numbered UFC. It was a fight night.
Pathetic.
It was the lowest of the low.
Thank you guys for taking me into the advice corner. I think I got to know how it's going with Matt, right?
Let's get out of the advice corner. We don't want to be stuck in there all day.
The corner and find out what's going on with Matt.
Russell's advice corner.
I'm going to be quick because I'm.
Aaron, in my experiences, wives are always wilding out too when they're meeting your friends. I don't know. Look out.
Real quick. So I was texting Russell the other day. He never got back to me because I was kind of in a spot near him.
Wow.
At the Moose, the Moose Bar.
I was at
Northeast
Rob's.
Minneapolis.
That's what you didn't get invited. So what was I supposed to say? I'm at Rob's. Did you get the invite?
Yeah. Wow. No, I guess. So I went to the Moose Bar. It might be the best karaoke bar in the Twin Cities. Nice. Maybe. Have you ever been there, Russell? I don't know if you've ever been there.
I have. Yes, I have been there before.
And then they got a dance floor in the basement, which is super cool. I don't know.
Can I say this? I hate to even say this, Matt. Where would I find the Moose Bar? Where is this place?
I honestly have no idea. Broadway, east of the Mississippi River, north of downtown. I really don't know.
The area is kind of a quagmire. I can't really describe anything over there.
Right. I really don't know where it was. Northeast Minneapolis somewhere. But the Moose Bar, great spot. A little dicey. Love kind of a biker bar. You might have to kind of keep your gun belt tight when you're going there, but it was pretty good. But I knew we were the old people there because somebody came in with an Oasis t-shirt on, like an Oasis, the band t-shirt, but they were wearing it as like a classic t-shirt. Like we would wear like a Beatles t-shirt or something like that. So I forget the context of my notes. I didn't take very good notes, but I knew we were old when somebody's wearing an Oasis t-shirt, kind of be like the cool kid.
I mean, that's going to be the day, right? Like at some point your kid's going to come home and they're going to have like a Space Hog t-shirt. And you're like, oh, fuck me. And they're like, look at this. Is this crazy? Is the craziest thing you've ever seen? It's like, no, actually that was a huge part of my life.
When your favorite band becomes like the cheap Target shirt, like the $8 novelty shirt, when you could buy like a Pearl Jam shirt at a Target, it's gonna be a sad day.
Yep.
No offense to people.
I was at Target recently. I hate to say this, Russell, but I had to go pick somebody from the airport and their flight was delayed. So I had a couple hours to kill. So I went to the Target in St. Louis Park and then over to the Goodwill.
I mean, there's people that live within 3 miles of the airport.
You had time to kill at the Minneapolis St. Paul airport and you went to St. Louis Park? Those are not close together at all.
I don't want to get into how that happened. I don't want to get into how that.
It's an hour.
It's some bad advice. It's not what ChatGPT.
If we had time, if I wasn't tired, we would look up and see. This is definitely a Rochester to
Cannon Falls deal.
The Cannon Falls scenario right here.
But I have to say, like at the Target, they had like Metallica shirts, and I was like, God damn, I always wanted a Metallica shirt, but I couldn't buy it there. It felt wrong. It felt like I was like,
buy that,
and I was just like,
no.
They got a lot of good. I mean, they got like Tupac shirts there and Bob Marley. I mean, they got cool shirts.
Yeah,
that you'd want to buy, but then you realize like I'm at a Target buying this. I don't know.
And just how hard would you laugh if somebody who looked like me put down a Megadeth shirt? You'd be like, you don't even believe these fucking skeletons are playing guitar, do you? Crawling out of the hole towards you. Oh, they're in a jail cell and they're crawling towards you, and it scares you really bad, actually. You remember it pretty clearly even when you're 45.
And then I've got two.
Matt, did you sing?
No, God, no. I'm not a good singer.
Ringo.
I don't think I've sang since like, I don't know, 20s. And I'm just a horrible singer. And when you get a couple in you and you try to sing, like you just get even worse. So no, I did not sing.
So did you sing the national anthem?
Wow.
When?
Because I may or may not have sang the national anthem with Rob on a pontoon boat this last week.
Oh,
did you?
I did.
Russell did bring a karaoke machine.
I did not. Upstairs roommate. I need to be very clear on who brought that.
Okay.
And who put it in a gift bag and everything. It was not me.
Well, okay.
Was Party in the USA sung as one of the songs?
100% yes, Matt.
Yeah.
That is always. That's the way it goes. We had a pontoon boat where we did karaoke around the lake. Okay. Everybody on the boat loved it. Everybody who was on the boat thought it was great. People trying to enjoy a nice, quiet Friday night in nature, probably not so much. Oh, do you hear the loons call? And they're just hearing a rendition of the Muppet theme song.
Very nice.
Oh,
very nice.
Speaking of Muppet theme song, can I touch on one thing real quick? Has anyone watched the Billy Joel HBO 2-part series?
I heard about this from my brother.
Yet,
I heard it's good, but I haven't watched yet.
I think this is fantastic. The second part is, he's older. We're talking Christy Brinkley and afterwards, but him kind of coming up is where he came from, his family history, like his albums not hitting for the first 4 or 5, why they weren't hitting. This is a fantastic music documentary. I'd highly recommend it. But they were talking about, one of his hit songs, and I forgot the song offhand. I'll have to pull it up, but they were showing like, hey, one of his songs becomes so popular, it goes to number 1. They're showing all these like famous musicians singing it at their own concerts and everything. And they show Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem singing this Billy Joel song as like a indication of how big it was. I thought that was super cool.
I like the part too where Elmo had a couple too many drinks and then tried to drive home as his tribute to Billy Joel. Like that was one of my favorite parts.
It was New York State of Mind, I believe.
Oh, okay.
But
momentum.
People should go check this out because they talk about how he moves to California very early in his career and is kind of part of that California scene, like with Joni Mitchell and James Taylor, but he never fit that scene. Like he needed to be back in New York. Like that wasn't the right sound and everything. So you guys would absolutely, Aaron, I don't know what Little Rosie said. I don't know why they call him Little Rosie. But
he said it was great. Yeah, he said it was awesome. He said, check it out.
Anyone who's listening to our podcast would love it. It's probably 6 hours, 5.5 hours. There's 2 parts, but if you're a Billy Joel fan, I was thinking about this. I think I'm going to go do, Matt, you say you do this once in a while. You've got friends who do it. I'm going to do the discography or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to do Billy Joel front to back as kind of like a side project here over the next few weeks.
Wow. That's so good. Matt, are you done?
I can be.
Oh.
No, I just had 2 things. I was going to talk about a musical documentary.
I've got a perfect transition.
I showed.
I got a perfect transition to the next part, but I got to just remind me of it. Okay. I'm going to keep it up
I'll
here.
remind you. There's a great documentary on Netflix about the Ed Sullivan Show and what that did for African-American musicians and entertainers and everything. And for somebody of our generation to not really understand how all that works, it is unbelievable.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Unbelievable to think about. So watch the Ed Sullivan documentary on Netflix. And then, I don't know if we should bring it up, but maybe I'll just broach it and we'll talk about it later. But Happy Gilmore 2 came out on Friday.
Oh, did you see it?
And I gotta say, Did you guys watch? Anybody watch it?
I watched last night.
I gotta say, it's a solid number 2.
Oh, really?
You didn't like it, Rob? Did you watch it?
No, I'm not going to watch that.
It is not bad.
Really?
Like, it's not like Dumb and Dumber 2. I liked it. It's a lot of like look back on old things, which I think is probably the way you have to do it with these, bringing up old bits and kind of revisiting where they are 30 years later, things like that. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
There's a lot of cameos.
I would say watch it.
There's a lot of cameos. I could see
cameos.
I could see your kids liking it, Rob. Maybe I could see it being like a family type
Russell
one, right, Matt?
Yeah, it was good.
Russell, there is nothing, and listen, there is nothing more dangerous than showing your kids movies that you loved growing up. But I guarantee, like, if I showed my kids Billy Madison, it would bomb. Like I'm telling you right now, like, I showed them Austin Powers and they were like, what the fuck? It took them like 5 minutes. They're like, what the fuck is this shit? And I was like, well, he's like British. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, well, yeah, baby. And they're like, we don't get any of this shit. It's such a disaster, Russell, when you show them movies that you like.
Austin Powers is not on the level of Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison.
I saw them in the theater, so I don't know what that says about me.
So that's all I got. That's all I got. Rob, come back to your transition.
My favorite part of that Billy Joel documentary is when they had Hulk Hogan on, and he was talking about how he helped him write those lyrics, working too hard. It could give you a heart attack, that guy. So
that was the big transition.
Let's get into the album.
When's the funny transition?
I don't ever think I said it was funny.
Oh, okay.
It was funny to me. I think it's funny. It's real to Listen, me, we are talking about Mama Said Knock You Out. All right. Let's talk about it right now. This is LL Cool. Aaron brought it up earlier. Okay, much to my chagrin. But LL Cool J, when he writes this is his 4th album. He is 22.
Yeah.
Right? He is like
crazy.
Yeah.
He is one of the original Def Jam, Rick Rubin. Like it's him.
He's like 18 when radio came out, right? I mean, he was like a baby.
Yeah. I mean, it's him, it's Run DMC, and it's the Beastie Boys. That's what's like pretty much starts. And to me, I mean, I know it's not starting hip hop, but it's starting a huge phase of like New York hip hop. He is the first rap act ever on American Bandstand. Okay. And basically, he had just released Walking with a Panther. And basically, he said, everybody hated that album so much that Mama Said Knock You Out was going to be my like revenge album to the critics, to literally show the critics, my grandma said, I'm going to knock you out because they said, you're selling out, LL Cool J. You are getting soft. You're doing too many love songs. And I looked up that album. It was a hit for him, Walking with a Panther. It had Going Back to Cali on it. But this was at a time where you could tell musicians, oh, you sound different, you're a fucking sellout. And the musicians would get pissed and say, oh, you want to see some rap? Let me drop Mama Said Knock You Out on me. So that fucking when you know that about this album, it puts a whole new spin on it. But at the same time, he's one of the first rappers ever who could put like these love ballads into like a rap song. Like that becomes common later. Before that, this is kind of getting away from like that Slick Rick, real kind of Run DMC stuff, where now all of a sudden he's doing like like I said, like a love ballad. And
it kind of feels like if the Boys to Men all of a sudden became gangster rappers for a while. That's what I
does. I mean, it's like it feels like a New Jack Swing rap album at times, but then it still has Bomb Squad type of elements, like with Murdergram and To the Break of Dawn. So I think it's doing both. And the love songs were like, I mean, he started that, right? And then it becomes who grows from that? Ja Rule, fucking Fabulous, like all those guys were doing.
This song, one of the reasons this album becomes big, he does an acoustic rap of Mama Said Knock You Out on MTV Unplugged before the album comes out, along with Tribe and De La Soul. Now, I watched that. It's terrible. I can't stand it. It's one of the worst things I've ever heard. I'm just like, it's be one of those times where you turn on MTV, you're like, no, going to see what's on Comedy Central. And he's one of the first rappers ever to get Kennedy Center Honor Awards. And he's the first rap artist to amass 10 consecutive platinum plus selling albums. Like LL Cool J says, LL Cool J, he says he invented the phrase GOAT because he's talking about himself. He considers himself one of the greatest rappers of all time. And when you kind of look at the evidence, like he is, like he really, we talk sometimes about juggernauts. I think we forget about LL Cool J, what a juggernaut he was in the 90s here. Now, let's get into the album. And we are going to start out with The Boomin' System.
Cars running around.
Yeah, but we need a beat that they can.
The single is the only way to get the uncensored version of the song. They censor 2 lines in this song, pass the Heineken and roll up a fat one.
Yeah, it is a, like, other than all of the sexual double entendres, it's a pretty, like, clean album. I mean, I guess he does talk about his 9 a couple times, but
I looked it up though. There was not parental guidance on this, and I don't know when the parental guidance sticker started, but I think it's before this, right?
if this is 90, this is after NWA, right? So yeah, there would have been, but no, I think he's careful to not go there because he was trying to sell records.
I purchased this. My mom let me purchase this. There was not a sticker flagging it.
Well, I mean, I was shocked with how clean this album was. Really, like it was kind of. I mean, really, because even by his 4th album, you'd think he'd kind of open up and start swearing a little bit. This is the second single. This is his first top 10 hit ever, Around the Way Girl.
This is like what I remember him as, is the love song guy, right? Like, this is how it was by the time I was watching MTV. It was like, oh, Pink Cookies in the Plastic Bag. It was the one with J-Lo, like, or not J-Lo, but Represent Queens. I was raised out in Brooklyn, whoever that's from. All this stuff. Like, I think of him as the love song guy.
Well, you can hear it with this. Like, it's a different sound almost. It's like softer. I don't know.
Yeah, there's is that ABC on the sample? Like, is Marley Marl on the production for every track on here?
I think so. I think a lot of these, yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to the hot girl from your high school? I'll answer the question because I asked it first.
How do you even know?
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
How do you know?
Me too.
What are you doing online?
What I know.
Who are you?
What?
Yeah, who are you Googling?
I don't know. What? Why would you guys ask me that? I don't know. Okay, never mind. I thought this was going to be a fun segment. Russell came in with a hammer. It makes me feel like a loser.
What did you do? Tell
us. God damn it, too. I had a good story.
Tell the story.
No, I really am asking myself questions like, am I an online perv? You know what it's like to ask yourself that question?
I mean, if you got to ask, you know the answer. We talked about the dabbing at the urinal thing a few weeks ago.
Oh, my God.
And now I'm looking at my red face, looking at my screen. God, I look like a perv. This is terrible.
Of men peeing do you have on your phone?
Hey, Rob, I'm sure you know.
Piss pants, Aaron. It's different.
Rob, I'm sure you know what the coolest guy in your high school is doing these days too, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure you know.
He's on this podcast right now.
Yeah, for sure. Gina, I went to Sweetheart freshman year with her. She asked me. That was the dance where the girls asked the guys. Now, did that happen because her boyfriend was out of town? Yes.
You're so not a threat.
Was he a snowmobile racer? So I was kind of scared of him. Yes. Okay. But she was super attractive. And after school, she worked in Vegas as a showgirl and apparently had a topless show. And a bunch of guys, when I found out later, the bunch of guys went out to see her in Las Vegas. Now I'm saying that. It sounds really bad.
I guarantee
it sounds really bad.
I guarantee we've had this story. There's no way you haven't told the story already. I'm sure.
But I just wanted to talk about how the hot girl at school asked me to a dance. So
the Around the Way girl
right there. Oh, you guys don't know what happened to the hot girl at your school? Man, you can't.
I mean, I think I ran into, was there one hot girl? I ran into one of them at the airport one time, had a kid and said she lived in Chaska and was married. I don't know.
That's a classic hot girl move though. Moving to Chaska. Yeah. They're all doing that.
To these guys' point, I don't have book face or anything like that.
Yeah, maybe that's why I don't have Facebook or anything.
Was there just one at your high school, Rob?
Okay, well, it would be a shame if you guys Google searched them right now just to see. And I think it'd be fun because it's a bit.
I mean, I couldn't tell you her last name right now. Like,
God,
how would you even Google him?
Oh, I don't know. Okay. Moving on. Let's move on. I can't handle this. Eat 'em up.
Let's try to make it slightly more awkward.
Eat 'em up by Chill. I mean, you have LinkedIn.
Okay. Rob, are you LinkedIn connected with? You use LinkedIn?
No, I refuse to be on LinkedIn. I don't like all the number of ways people can message me right now. It makes me sick.
Are you connected on Facebook or Instagram with like the majority of your high school graduates?
Yes.
You are? Wow,
Facebook,
really?
yeah. Facebook is my old person's social media.
Wow.
Instagram is like my stuff I enjoy social media. And the Beck Did It Better TikTok is the secret one of my sickest desires.
I think I'm connected with 3 people from high school that I can think of.
How many of them are conceived in a porta potty?
0.
Okay.
As far as I know.
Something to think about.
That you know of.
That you know of. Yeah, I think, Facebook, I'm still, I don't know. Like what can you do, guys? I was a popular guy in high school.
I mean, that's
everybody's
great.
kind of gravitated.
Yeah, I mean, that's wonderful for you.
And then you can just look and see what they're liking. You know what I mean? Wish I wouldn't have said that. That's really bad.
Hey, just keep going, Rob. We'd love to know more about your online.
Rob, do you think
life.
there are any
This
women from your high
is
school?
kind of an interesting rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Rob, do you think
I'm
any
here
women
for it.
from your high school like ever talk? You're like, I wonder what Rob's up to these days.
No.
Like,
God damn.
what would that do for your ego?
They want to know what you're liking.
No. And the worst is that one of the hottest women. Okay, let's be respectful. They're now hot women.
Yeah.
One of the hottest women from my high school has a private Instagram account. And every once in a while.
It's not these hot gilfs that are popping up on your thing, is it?
No, that's a whole different thing.
Okay.
Every once in a while, I'm like, should I click
Is it
follow?
one of these people that are wearing like a nice pantsuit that's walking down the aisle edge?
It's 100%. Like I'm like, I gotta know what she's up to, and I'm like, but I gotta click follow, and then she's gonna know I'm an internet perv. Oh,
Can you believe she works at like a title company? Oh yeah.
in my mind, she's like a lingerie model. Yeah, and you're right. I know she is. She is like mid management somewhere. Can I tell you, by the way, what the Beck Did It Better TikTok has been showing me recently? That made me turn off the phone.
Well, you're telling us all sorts of other creepy things.
Just
you might as
please.
well.
Yeah,
Okay, so think about what you have to search to get this result. This was my algorithm. Adult film stars who have passed away. Why would I want that? If anything, that's just going to ruin stuff for me. You know what I mean? I recognize her. Oh. All right, so moving on. Mr. Goodbar. I love this song.
Was that to all you candy mush heads, right?
Oh,
I really like all the guitar samples in here. Like, there's a bunch of James Brown drums all throughout, and there's like a
Tons.
very distinct sound. But he loves these guitar stabs. Like I love these little guitar stabs he throws in. Those are fun.
I love this verse he has here. You know, I'll get you a drink, but save me a cherry. And then he says, I'm drinking Kahlua and milk.
Yes, because he doesn't want to get. He said instead of champagne because he doesn't want to stain his suit.
Oh, can you imagine? This was a different time in 1990 where you could just say you drink milk and nobody would like give you a side eye.
He really is, though. I love the food. I love the food raps on here, man. Go ahead, Matt.
Rob,
Did you ever get a
Rob.
what?
how would your tummy be right now if you drank some Kahlua and milk?
Not good. I can tell you that right now. It would be. Oh, that's a double shot too. Kahlua at milk, and then you're chatting up some girl. Oh my God.
Rob, would you rather, if you ran into the hot girl in your high school, would you rather run into her at a KFC or after you drink Kahlua and milk?
Oh. What if I was drinking it out of a brown bag at a KFC, Russell? I was mixing it up. I was like, oh, what goes really good with this gravy? Oh, Kahlua and milk.
Oh,
Well, Rob just hit my Instagram Pichon, so this is awkward.
wow. Pichon.
Murdergram,
This is hard as fuck.
a live track for some reason. But now this shows you what it's like in the 90s. To me, the 90s doesn't seem that long ago. I know it is. But he's going after Kool Mo D for being fake Afrocentric. Like he's blasting him about that.
Right.
And to think about a writer now, a songwriter now writing a song about another popular artist for being like too into a movement is so crazy. Like like staying real back then was such a real thing that we can't even comprehend anymore.
I love the Public Enemy vibes on this one. It's like I love
Big time.
every track on this album is unique and almost its own genre.
I think, is Chuck D on one of these tracks, or is he on I think he collaborated with him later.
Man,
That's
I
what
don't know,
saw.
but the credits on these. I mean, I was only looking on Apple Music, and the credits are light. Like, you don't know who's singing on half of these. It's like I don't know how he got away with just not crediting people on here.
100%. Cheesy Rat Blues. This is about a life where he's poor and not famous.
This is great. This is a fun storytelling rap. When he gets to like, oh, it's
Storytelling
window
raps are
washing
great,
time,
aren't they?
yeah, and you really get who this guy is. It's very cool.
It's tough for me to not think of LL Cool J like the NCIS actor doing this, though.
Yeah.
Like, to think of him as like a hardcore rapper and not the guy who's in Toys. Remember, he was in Toys. Let's not forget that.
That's what's wild about the upcoming diss track, where it's like two dudes who were both on NCIS or whatever else. Like, now they're dissing each other on wax. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's funny to think like Ice-T, Ice Cube, and LL Cool J are all dissing each other for selling out and doing dumb stuff.
Cops on TV.
Yeah.
I was gonna do a list of the best rappers turned actors. Those are the three. The other two I was gonna have was gonna have been Will Smith and Queen Latifah.
Oh, nice.
Are those the top 5?
Yeah, because Tupac died
actors.
too early, right? So Tupac didn't get enough of a chance.
He's in there. He's in there.
Yeah.
He was gonna be my 5th.
You obviously have never seen the Vanilla Ice movie.
Turtles?
No, he sang the credits in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go. But he actually had a movie that was kind of like a Purple Rain type movie, but it was Vanilla Ice.
Oh, no.
Which just fucking rules. Just put that on the poster. People will go see it.
Wasn't
Eminem's in the new
I saw that.
Happy Gilmore.
Oh, yeah?
I saw
He's
that.
pretty good, too.
Bad Bunny.
Pretty good.
You guys know I love Bad Money.
Farmers Boulevard. This is all about rappers.
It's the posse cut. You got to bring your homies along, man. You got to give your weed carriers a moment in the sun.
He's got a bunch of rappers from where he grew up in Queens, and they're just talking about how awesome it is to be be there. That fucking
it's
rules.
like the whole second half of the Chronic. That's what you do when you make it.
This would be like if Young Gravy had me on to rap about Rochester.
I blew Wallace's mind. I told, because Young Gravy's got a track on the Dogman soundtrack that the kids have been listening to in the summer camp carpool, and so I told Wallace, my podcast buddy Rob went to high school, the same high school as Young Gravy, and then by the time Wallace was telling his friends about it, it was like, oh, my dad went to high school with Young Gravy or whatever. He was stoked.
I technically taught there a year after he graduated.
Oh,
so in my mind, if I would have gotten there earlier, I would be part of his posse, roaming around doing Young Gravy type things. Mama said,
Rob, if you were there though, you would have inspired him, and his name would be Old Gravy.
Oh, some old gravy dripping down.
Oh, Aaron. That's what my sign says on my door at Cole's Resort. Let's see. Mama said, Aaron, I know it's getting late, but it's always fun when you got to wait. Sometimes you wait longer to get to these big titular tracks,
I'm impressed that he was able to wait.
To be honest, this is an all-time titular track. Like, this is a titular track so big that when you search it, the single comes up and not the album. Yeah. Like, that's how big it is.
It's a massive titular track.
Mama Said Knock You Out.
This song it's got to be on the all-time 100.
Yes.
I had forgotten how good this song was. I think this was one I got burned out on my Winamp from it. It's so fucking good.
It's been played so much, right? Oof.
So I don't remember it. I remember certain songs of this album, and it's usually the ones after this, because first CD, you're in the world of skip. You're tracking these, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to number 8 every time on this CD.
Right.
You have to. This is so good. He sampled 2 Sly and the Family Stone songs and his own song, Rock the Bells, sampled in this song, which I love.
Rob, I saw in your notes, I think you skipped over it. You may have been knowing where I was coming with this, but you said, I think in your notes had, so this won Best Solo Rap Performance in 1992. And then I think your notes said that he won it again in 1997 with Hey Lover, if I'm right.
You are correct, sir.
That did have Boyz II Men on it.
I was reading that the Best Solo Rap Performance became a category in 1991. So he won in 92, 97. I thought we could cover the other greatest solo rap performances from the early 90s that won the Grammy.
I'm
with a
here
list.
For this. This is fun.
That's weird because solo Grammys is very close to a search I do on Bing.
Grammys?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I just want to see where they went to high school. That's normal.
All right, first up, the first solo rap performance that ever won the Grammy. We talked about this artist before. We're going out to Oakland. It's MC Hammer. You can't touch this.
Wow.
This song is good.
Also a juggernaut.
This song has almost gotten better as we've gotten older. You know, it was kind of corny when we were growing up. Like Jim Carrey's making fun of it. Like everybody's. Now when you listen to it, you're like, this shit is good.
Yeah.
Rob, if this were to come on in your car, do your kids make you change it or no?
Russell,
Have they ever
that
heard
just
it?
goes to show how far out of touch you are if you think my kids both don't have noise-canceling headphones. Where did you learn this from? Why do you always have noise-canceling headphones so you can't talk? Actually, Russell, you know what I did on this last car ride? I wore noise-canceling headphones, and the kids were listening to the radio. Oh, yeah. Well, I was listening to I think we were all listening to we all had noise-canceling headphones on. Well, I was listening to a self-help book, which I'm going to get to in the next episode. I got big news on that front.
Oh, no.
So you guys are sitting in a silent car.
I don't know. I assume.
All of you guys are wearing noise-canceling headphones in the silence.
I assume. Well, I don't want to. Plus, we were picking up her friend from the airport, my kid's friend. So I didn't want to listen to the conversation. And I certainly didn't want the kid's friend to hear me listening to a self-help book. You know what I mean? Like, it's not your fault. It's your parents' fault. I'm sitting there crying my eyes out, and they're like, "So how's your summer been?"
Mad at your father.
Yeah. My summer's been good. Oh, it is my fault. I need to set higher priorities and make a goal list or whatever those books say.
Speaking of lists, we'll skip 92. That's LL Cool J winning. Number 1993, a year later. We've talked about this one a few times before. It's Sir Mix-a-Lot, Baby Got Back.
I like big butts and I cannot.
Oh, yeah.
That is a solo performance.
God, can you imagine? How much would you pay for the Grammy to
He's
this?
got that same kind of like edgy and like a delivery that like LL does in the Mama Said Knock You Out. I like it. Like a little bit of the...
You know when you die and you can ask like St. Peter one thing? I think I would ask how many times I've heard Baby Got Back. I would be curious to see how many times in my life I've heard this song.
Oh, a million?
Easily.
Next up, 1994. This one surprised me a little bit. It's Dr. Dre, Let Me Ride.
This was huge, though, Russell.
Well, it's just interesting that this is the one they chose, right? Off of that album.
But this was like, if you watch MTV, this video, I can recall this video perfectly with like the lowriders and the guys with the shocks jumping up and down. Like, it's just it was everywhere all the time. Ugh.
All right, next up, 1995. We were talking about her earlier. It's Queen Latifah, Unity is the song. UNITY.
Wait, this is 95, you said?
Yes.
Wow. I never would. If you had asked me to put these in chronological order, I would never have put this one after Chronic. That's fascinating. It's a good song, though.
Jeez, I remember hearing this song 100 times.
Yeah.
I really do think, like, growing up in Minnesota and Rochester specifically, I learned a lot about race relations, like, through songs like this and, like, Mr. Wendell.
It was the only place to learn that stuff, right? Like, same. I grew up in Iowa. There was no...
Yeah, like, I could argue with my parents because I listened to Mr. Wendell. Like, that's crazy. It means a lot to him than it does for you or me, Mom.
Here, brother man, have two.
Exactly.
All right, Rob, let me know what you learned from this one. Then the last song on the list,
best movies yesterday, but I'm not going to tell them on the podcast.
Best solo rap performance from 96 is Coolio, Gangsta's Paradise.
Oh.
Wow.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been
the number of times I can picture this video too.
Yep.
I mean, can you imagine LL Cool J, what he would say if your music video involved the movie that it was in? Like, you want to talk about selling out? Whew.
And is there another...
And we didn't care.
I'm sure, once I say this, I'm sure there are, but this song was so much bigger than the movie, right? I mean, at least I never saw the movie. And the song was everywhere. And I don't think the movie was like winning awards or breaking...
I think the song had a better run than the movie.
I think so, right?
But I don't think it was a bad movie.
I'm sure
I bet
not.
if you look it up on Rotten Tomatoes, I bet the Rotten Tomato meter is I bet it's like above a 60.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who was the teacher? Was it Michelle?
Michelle Pfeiffer, right?
Yeah, I mean, that was like peak Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
Big time. She comes in and turns that chair around. Oh. Smoking.
So that's it. Those are the best solo rap performances
That
from
was
the
fun,
early.
Russell. Thank you.
That was another Beck Did It Better list by Russell. That was easily a top 5 list.
How would you like to be Snoop Dogg if Dr. Dre wins best solo rap performance for Let Me Ride?
I think the real question is how you like to be Snoop Dogg, and your album Doggy Style hasn't come on, and this comes on before.
Still not on the list yet.
That's how I feel about it.
I bet Snoop's got a writing credit on that one.
Milky cereal here. He's using cereal to talk about women.
I I gotta admit, I didn't quite follow the thread on some of these analogies. I didn't know who he was, if it was the same lady the whole time or all different ladies. I was kind of confused.
I think he was fucking hungry. I think you guys are right. He was starving when he was making his album. He's like, oh fuck, women are a lot like chocolate cakes. You know what I mean? They're a lot like Swiss cake rolls. What do normal people eat for snacks?
Well, yeah, I guess maybe he was ripped and like he was cutting the whole time, right? So he's like, oh, I just wish I could eat some.
100%. What if you guys had to compare your partners to a cereal? What would you say?
I don't know that many cereals.
Russell, don't say that shit. Aaron was about to say something. God damn it, Russell.
You say what you want.
I don't know. I was trying to think of cereals. I was thinking like anything with cinnamon because I like cinnamon. So that's it. I don't know.
Aaron, that's sick.
With cinnamon. What?
Yeah.
That feels like I was trying to be kind.
What cereal has cinnamon?
Well, the bummer is the only cinnamon cereal we have in the house is Puffins, but I wouldn't say Puffins. So I guess Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It has to be Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
If you said your wife was like Puffins,
I can't, right?
Trader Joe's
no, you can't
cereal. Oh, no, thanks.
I have to issue an apology.
My wife, by the way, plain Cheerios.
You can't do this.
Russell, issue your apology.
Rob, is that because they're so easy to line up in rows and columns? You can line.
Yeah, they look like zeros.
You can organize them really well.
This is a conversation that like almost got Kevin Garnett assassinated.
That's true.
You think I didn't think that when I said that? You think I didn't think about that joke and not say it? Talk about my wife like that.
First of all, we need to make clear the movie was Dangerous Minds, not
yes.
Gangsta's Paradise.
Yep.
And also,
it's part of the
did
problem.
receive a 34 on Rotten Tomatoes. So I think I was giving it more credit than
maybe don't turn the podcast off and start watching Dangerous Minds.
All right. What would be the worst cereal? Oh, okay, we're going to keep moving.
Cream of wheat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Grape nuts.
He did that to that lady's hair. He turned her hair into shredded wheat.
If my wife said I was like cream of wheat, if she was like, my husband's a lot like cream of wheat, I'd be like, fuck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. My husband is like all brand. Huh?
All brand. What are your top 5 cereals? You can only have 5 cereals for the rest of your life. What are you picking?
God damn, this is a good question, Russell.
Aaron, I want to hear your top 5 as well.
I'll tell you right now. Let's go. I'll say, and this is sick. My first 2 are going to just make you ill. Peanut butter Captain Crunch. Reese's cereal, which I think is different because it's like there's chocolate in there. I would say you got to go classic Lucky Charms.
Oh.
I think Lucky Charms is a good mix. And you know what, Russell? I'm going to give a shout out to one you don't see coming, Crispix.
Oh.
It's got corn on one side, rice on the other. Now, did anybody beside the Native Americans know we did that combination? No. But the people at Crispix did, and they put it in a cereal, and they put it on a plate, and they made me fill it with milk, and then wait just the right amount. So it was a little bit crunchy, a little bit soggy. Damn, that shit was good. And you know why, Russell? It was a cereal you didn't have to use your teeth. You could eat it with your palate of your mouth, which when you were eating the quantities of cereal that was important. Okay. I'm not dealing with the all brand. I'm not dealing with these chewy, like adult cereals that I have to eat now because apparently fiber is a thing. Oh, okay. I got to worry about fiber now too. I'm worried about macros. I'm worried about protein. Oh, by the way, the most important thing is fiber. What? Oh, what foods have fiber? Is there a lot of good foods that have it? No, they're not. They all suck balls. Yeah. The food that sucks balls is the fiber food. And it's actually the most important, of course. And then I'm going to say, God damn, this is a good question. Did I say Fruit Loops? I got to say Fruit Loops. I am a child. I'm a walking child. Aaron, give me some top cereals.
For me, the only 2 that I would ever reach for are Captain Crunch and Captain Crunch with Crunch Berries. Those are like by far and away 1 and 2.
Did you know, Aaron, that currently Captain Crunch has a cereal out called Oops All Berries?
I did know that,
where it's just the Crunch Berries.
I don't know if I'd get. I'm not sure. I think I like them mixed in with.
You like the regular stuff more than the Crunch Berries?
I like the mix.
The little treasure chest. Is that what they're supposed to be? Treasure chests?
So yeah.
Oh my god!
I used to like the ones.
I'm 45.
Was it Cookie Crisp? That was the little chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, that's so sick. That's so. You're right.
I used to like that one.
Man, when I bought that shit, you knew I was going to a sleepover.
Oh yeah,
you knew that's the kind of shit I was buying like a Friday at like 4:30, getting ready for a sleepover.
I kind of think Honey Bunches of O's is pretty good.
Oh, that was going to be up. You know what? That was going to be, that's my old man.
I kind of
feel
like that one.
That could get Rob's,
Yeah.
whatever is required.
Well, you know what? That's the cereal we have currently at the house. And you know what? Again, my plain Cheerio wife, she commits what I consider a war crime.
Yes.
Where she picks out the clusters.
Oh.
She'll sit there and just mow on these clusters.
That's fucked up.
And I'm like, stop doing that. It's like when we have Lucky Charms and all I get is the cat food. Stop fucking doing that shit. The cereal needs to be heterogeneous. It needs to be spread equally throughout, please.
And for number 5, can I just do like some like granola with milk? But like the granola that kind of tastes like cookies, like the big chunks. That's what I like.
Ooh, yeah. I'm down with
See,
that.
you know what I'm talking about.
Russell, what do you got? You got couple cereals you like?
I don't really ever eat cereal anymore, but the 5 ones that I would pick, I'd go Frosted Flakes.
Okay.
This is Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yep.
Frosted Mini Wheats.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And then I would go
love
Lucky
those.
Charms and Honey Bunches of Oats, I think.
Frosted Mini Wheats. When I ate those when I was younger, I was like, God damn, am I being healthy? Fuck me, am I being healthy right now? I'm having all this wheat.
It's just wheat.
It's this, God, not since I've eaten that whole loaf of bread have I had this much wheat. I'm so fucking healthy right now.
Between this and the cake mix, I've got it made.
That's all the fiber you need.
I could eat this whole box of Snackwell's cookies because they're diet cookies. I could have the whole thing. I'll eat all the Snackwells. Can I just say this? One of the things that happened to me when I was an adult in Vermont is I was talking to somebody about eating cereal, and they go, I haven't had cereal with milk in years. I'm not a child. And I was like, oh, fuck me. I got to eat cereal with my yogurt now? I'm supposed to put yogurt in with cereal?
I bought a box of it like a year ago. I don't remember what it was, but I remember thinking like, oh, like if someone sees me doing this, I'm a monster. It just would never dawn on me to do it now.
My life is so fucked. Everything I talk to you guys that I like, you guys are like, I've never done that. I've never searched for that. I don't think about that.
Good.
I think, yeah. I don't really.
You know what I would say? I did a quick Google search of popular cereals.
Yeah.
If you eat Wheaties, just like plain Wheaties, there's something fucking wrong with
that's pretty weird, man.
Right?
Wheaties is the one thing, like if a time traveler came from the past and I met him, I think I would give him Wheaties and be like, this is our most delicious cereal. Just as a joke. Just as a fucking joke. Wheaties are one of the few things you could serve to like King Arthur and he'd be like, oh, this is normal tasting to me.
Is that the greatest marketing thing of like Wheaties used to be on a Wheaties box was huge.
A big deal, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like they don't have, there's not Wheaties commercials anymore, is there?
I don't think so.
Who didn't demand that their mom go out and buy that 87 Twins Wheaties
right?
box? Yeah. I mean, every kid I knew was like, we got to get that fucking box in my room right now. Or are you going to eat the Wheaties? What?
And the orange and white Wheaties box, you look at it and it is like a McDonald's logo. It is like an all-time logo. But if Aaron had us over to his house and he's like, you guys want some cereal or something, Rob? And he pulls out Wheaties, you would lose your fucking mind.
Listen, my cousin's house with the bagged milk, which is like the place where I realized like how lucky I was to grow up where I grew up. The cereals they had, and I'm not kidding, were Wheaties and grape nuts. Those were the cereals they had. And one time I was like, well, how do you eat these grape nuts? And they're like, well, you got to let them soak for a really long time. I was like, oh.
That's a terrible idea, man.
Who named it? Grape nuts?
It makes no sense.
No, it does. Two good things. Hey, I love both of them. You put them together, never. Even on a charcuterie board, Russell, wouldn't want it. Grape nuts. Ugh. Ugh. Gross. So you guys don't eat cereal anymore, huh?
No.
Nope.
Fuck me. Fuck. I was just thinking about what I ate today. Fuck. God damn it.
Well, hey, you polished it off with a small blizzard and some cheese curds from Dairy Queen.
Three small blizzards.
And a Coke.
Thank God my insurance is covering my Zepbound right now. If I was paying cash for this Zepbound still and eating cheese curds from Dairy Queen, I'd be so fucking pissed at myself.
They might deny it if they know you're eating cereal every morning, though.
Hey, everybody who has to take some of their paycheck out to help to pay for high insurance costs, thank you. I appreciate it for the Zepbound. Thank you so much. I'm still eating cheese curds on a regular basis. Jingling Baby.
This was always a weird one to me. I remember this from as a kid being like, this is like weirdly erotic or something.
Right? And like, what's jingling? And it turns out it's the earrings, right? Or I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, what can you say? When you hear this, it's a super sexual song.
Yeah.
In kind of the middle of the album. And what the weird thing is, Russell, this is from a different album. Jinglin' Baby was a song on a different album, and he remixed it, cleaned it up, and re-recorded it. It was literally on the Walk Like a Panther, like the last album.
And he just
redid it. So strange. So strange. To the break of dawn. This was released as a single and included on the soundtrack to Kid and Play.
Oh, wow.
You might be asking, which Kid and Play movie are you talking about? It's House Party, Aaron. Okay. Not House Party.
This is the big Ice-T diss track, right?
Yeah.
It's a fun tempo, good song. I enjoyed this one.
House Party came out, the movie came out 2 months before Mama Said Knock You Out came out. And yeah, this is his diss track against Kool Mo D, MC Hammer, Ice-T. Got all the way up to 17 on the rap track. 6 Minutes of Pleasure. I just wrote for this one, Sexy as Hell.
This is the other one. I don't know who's singing on this song. I can't, it's not on the Apple Music credits.
That has to be aggravating for you, Aaron, isn't it? Like, do you ever dig deeper on something like that? Like,
I didn't.
It would never occur to me to care, but
yeah, I was curious. But I do like the song a lot. I remember the video for this one.
Do you think you finding out that stuff like that is something I don't do? Is that like me when I find out nobody else eats cereal?
Yeah, I'm like, wait,
like, are we all just finding out that we're fucked?
Yeah, like, don't you just look at the credits for the song because you want to know who's the singing on there?
Do you have that moment on this podcast, Russell, where you realize like, oh, I'm fucked, like I'm a fucking moron?
That's a fun moment too.
Or are you like above?
I want to go back.
Are you above?
I do my own thing.
He says risk it, and I don't know why he's talking about something about do you want to risk it, and then he just goes, do you want a biscuit? And like, I don't know if he wrote that all out and was like, well, I got to have a rhyme with risk it, or if he was like, I just kind of want to throw in the line, do you want a biscuit? Like, this album has such funny moments on it that you don't know, was he intentionally being funny? It's straddling that line between like Curtis Blow and Rakim, where it's like one, like especially Power of God, just like single syllable rhymes to like getting closer to something more complex. It rhymes Risket and Biscuit.
It's probably before Triscuits came out.
That's good point.
Aaron, Triscuits or Wheat Thins?
Wheat Thins all day.
Never Matt dropped off, by the way, now, so that's why I've hit the brakes on this show.
Never Triscuits.
Don't give a shit anymore. Never Triscuits?
Oh, I shouldn't say never, but I would always choose Wheat Thins.
Wow. Russell, what do you think?
I don't like either of those crackers. No.
God damn, Russell. This is why you're the man. What are you rocking, Russell? What's your favorite? You see a cracker at a party, what are you getting a little handful of? Maybe some
We've been
Cheez-Its?
getting for our charcuterie boards. I don't know what you call them. I don't know the right brand for them. I'd have to look it up. We've got they're like these cranberry type crackers. I don't know how to describe them right.
Jesus Christ. I'm doing a podcast with Aaron and Russell, and Aaron's talking about cranberry crackers. God damn. I should be out with the normal people. This is the problem. I'm up here in my ivory towers with you guys. I'm a working man. Today I did switch speedboats because one had slightly more gas. Okay, so let's ignore that fact.
I think the ones we've been getting, they're called Raincoat Crisps.
Oh, I know those. Yeah, they're kind of brown. They got a little dried. Yeah.
Yeah,
they look like
this is so fucked. I have no idea what you're talking about. Illegal search. He talks about flexing because he's so rich. And it made me think, how would I flex if I got rich? Like, what's one way I would? Because I don't know. An expensive car, it's not really my thing. You know what I would think about? Actually, Russell, you kind of inspired me on this. Expensive shoes. Like, if I could have like blue velvet shoes or something, like something really expensive, I could see that. What do you think? Like, because I don't know, like a watch, I don't think I could do that. How do you flex?
I'd probably get if I really made it big, I'd probably get an Eames chair.
Wow. That's fucking crazy, Russ.
See what I did there, Rob?
That's amazing. Can you imagine just having an Eames chair?
Yeah.
Fuck me.
They really made it that much.
Actually, I saw. I like looking at like property listings, like expensive ones, just to see what they look like and what's in there. And I saw this house the other day, and it was very expensive, and it was staged, and like the main thing was like this fancy Eames chair, and I was like, oh, this is the way Aaron's living.
Yeah.
Hey, dude.
Have you ever looked up those property listings and looked up like bunker?
What?
Huh? If you look up bunker, it shows you all the ones that have bunkers in your area. Those are kind of fun. You're looking up like a real normal property listings. You're not doing like the ones where they have sex rooms.
I have no idea what you're
talking about. Hot girl from my high school in a bunker. Which ones? have a bunker where the hot girl from my high school has been.
Listen, I know you just woke up. I swear to God, it's World War III out there. Okay? We cannot leave this bunker. It's just you and me and this DJ who does prom music. I just got something I'm working through right now.
Rob,
okay?
how sideways do you think that lady's life would have needed to go over the last 25 years where if she ran into you, she'd be like, I'd give it a run with Rob at this point.
Well, can you imagine? Oh, yeah, I'm going to have a hot fling with my... Oh, did you have long grandma-like hair in 10th grade when we went to sweetheart dance together? Oh, let me guess. Were your pants so baggy? Oh, yeah. Did you slick your hair back? Did you slick your hair back on that date? Oh, yeah, I bet you did. And then it kind of curled on the side, so you look like a fucking weirdo.
So you were obviously invited to this by her.
Oh, yeah.
How do I... Is it a joke?
Russell, I'll stop you right there. I'll stop you right there.
You know.
She was stacked.
Is it a joke or why does she invite you? I don't understand.
What the fuck?
No, I'm just asking.
You understand? I was like a stud.
So
I was all state academic, Russell, for football. I'll have you know.
Are you on the varsity football team as a sophomore?
What? No. What do you think I am? Clint Jepsen? Well, he played at Winona State, for God's sake. And I wasn't that good. No way.
So how would you even have like the connection where she would invite you? She's older than you.
No.
Oh,
she's
no,
our
her
age.
boyfriend's older.
No, he's our age.
Oh,
he's a snowmobile racer, Russell.
This is the lady
right.
you were putting your poop
I am
on
looking
the
up
thing
Clint
in
Jepsen
science
now.
class.
I gotta know what Clint Jepsen's up to. I'm that one I'm looking up.
Well, Kurt, his brother was better. Russell, what did you say? Which lady?
This is the lady you had to like wipe your feces on like a lab thing for science class.
No, that was college, Russell.
Right.
That was college. That was totally, God damn it. You're bringing up all my big moments here. No, you know what it was? Can I tell you the truth about why?
Yeah, there's got to be a reason. Like
why
your
Gina
buddies
asked
with
me to
him
this
or
dance?
something. Yeah.
So here's the deal. Gina was decidedly not attractive in middle school.
Who's Gina?
This girl, Russell, say with the story.
Remember this?
She's one of the most important people of my life.
Oh.
My wife, my one kid, Gina, the other kid. Here's the thing. I was nice to her, Russell. I was on the track team with her. And yeah, I didn't care that she had a weird odor. I didn't care that she had a rat tail. And then when we got to high school, things changed. I'm just going to say, that's a perfect way to put it, Russell, without me sounding weird. But why does it sound weird when I say it? Listen to this.
No, hold on.
Things changed. I mean, that sounds weird when I say it.
And
yeah.
Things changed, but like she still was not popular and had a rat tail and you were just thought differently or?
No, extraordinarily attractive. Okay. Like this was like the senior picture that like the guy friends and I would like be like, oh, look who's senior picture I got.
No, I don't want to.
You know what I mean? Like so attractive. But I had been nice to her. So then I think Russ, oh my God, this is like
Did she write anything in your did she write a message to you in your yearbook, Rob?
I don't know. I lost my yearbook almost immediately. I cannot find it anywhere. I know I have all these funny high school people are probably like, oh, Rob, you're my best friend or whatever. Can't find it anywhere. Okay. Be sure to follow me. Here's my Facebook, whatever. But no, so I think she was doing me hey, Rob, here's my cell phone number in 12 years when cell phones come out. But I think she was doing me a solid, Russell, by taking me to this dance. Because I think she was attractive, but she didn't know how much power she had yet. So this was like, it's like if I invested like in PayPal, like as a 1% investor, if I was like, hey, I'll chip a little money into this thing you guys are doing.
I see.
And then I got a lot of benefits from it.
I gotcha.
But not so many benefits that we didn't just go home at 11 or I dropped her off. Because it was that weird time, Russell, where you take a girl to a dance, but you don't drive. So it's like you're packing into the back of the car with all these girls and their dads driving you to the dance. And the girls have just cooked you one of the worst meals you've ever eaten in your entire life for the date. That was the date before the dances. They cooked, I'll never forget it. They cooked chicken at home.
Oh.
They had no idea how to cook chicken. Like, I don't know if this was pre-digital thermometers or what, but this chicken came out raw.
That's bad. You're going to make people sick.
But this girl was so hot. I was like, I love it. I think this is, you know what I mean? Like I was a sophomore, Russell. Can you imagine my horniness meter where I was? I would have eaten 10 raw chickens.
Did you think you had any chance or no?
No.
You knew it.
No, I knew for sure. He was Russell, a snowmobile racer. He had a racing snowmobile jacket. I remember it clearly. Can you imagine how scary that is?
But you played football.
Yeah, I know. But this guy was like, he was one of these kind of crust punk guys where it was like, you did not want to tangle
what?
with this guy. Like he was kind of a punk, like a crusty punk guy. Yeah, he was kind of I'm sure Russell in retrospect, like if I saw a picture of him in the yearbook now, I'd be like, what was I ever intimidated by? But at the time, it was just a no-go whatsoever.
Okay.
So
you really unpacked some stuff here tonight, Rob.
Finally, The Power of God, maybe one of the worst ways to end an album of all time, I think.
It's a snoozer.
It's weird because you go from Jingling Baby to like all these kind of these hardcore songs, and then one about how he's accepted Jesus as his Lord. And it was a big part of his personal life. Like even on Blue Sea, he played a preacher on that movie. Did you guys ever see that? Russell, did you ever see that? Blue Sea? Deep Blue Sea?
I don't think I've ever, I know that LL Cool J is an actor, and I've probably seen like advertisements on CBS after a Vikings football game for like a show he is on. Mm-hmm. But I don't think I've ever seen anything he's ever been in.
Russell,
I saw SWAT. Was he in that one?
He was in SWAT. You are correct. He was in SWAT.
The only one I've seen.
SWAT.
Was he the running back in the football movie with Jamie Foxx?
Any Given Sunday?
Yeah.
No.
Was he in Any Given Sunday?
I think so.
LL Cool J, Any Given Sunday. Who was that a classic? Cameron Diaz, Dennis Quaid. Yes. Russell is he correct. Was in there. Russell, and with that, we're going to go right to the rating system. We can't get any better than that.
Amazing, Russell.
Oh, I've never seen an LL Cool J movie. Drops one. What a genius. He's not eating all this cereal that's fucking up your brain like I am.
That's why you can remember stuff.
Can you imagine? Like if I went to St. Peter and I said, how many boxes of Captain Crunch? All varieties, by the way. How many did I eat in my life? They would show me a number. I'd be like, fuck me. Fuck me.
I would say Captain Crunch bowls, I'm in single digits in my life.
Nice.
It's never been in my rotation. Under 10 combined in my life.
Wow.
For sure.
So when I talked all those times about heating it up in the microwave, you never had any, what?
I think it's sick.
That's pretty weird. That one I don't understand.
I think
it's got crunch in the name. Good.
Matt's going to come back and this podcast is going to be over. He'd be like, what did I miss? And I'll be like, Russell doesn't like Captain Crunchy.
I didn't say I don't like, I'm just saying sometimes there's things that you may like and you try it, but it's not the one you ever pick out.
You're so strong. I don't get how you're so strong that you don't just eat Captain Crunch. One of the first things I did when I was an adult and I went to a grocery store, I was like, fuck it, I can buy all the Captain Crunch I want.
Isn't it like peanut butter flavored?
Yes, Russell. Of course there is.
That ain't my deal.
You probably don't even have a favorite Crunch Berry. Is it blue? Is it pink? Green. The Crunch Berry colors are fucked up, Aaron, is what I realized. We should not be eating those.
Yeah, you're a good point.
They have 100%. I guarantee there is. Listen, we are talking about Mama, or I'm going to not. Mama said knock you out.
Throw Mama from the train.
This is up to 246. Does this album, I mean, it's 1990s rap. It's one of the big rap songs I remember from growing up, but I was 10 years old at the time. It's like a major seminal moment for me. Does this belong at 248? Mama said knock you out. It's got the hits. It's got a couple misses. What do we think? Rolling Well Toned, if it belongs perfect at 248. Rolling Boned, if it shouldn't be that high. Or Rolling Grown. Rolling Boned, of course. I screwed this up. Rolling Boned is if you think it should be higher on the list, which of course is a lower number. Rolling Grown means we shouldn't have heard it yet. It's not that good. Is LL Cool J a rap juggernaut? Yes, it turns out he is, surprisingly. Okay, but does it belong to be here? Aaron, what do you think? Rolling Well Toned, Rolling Boned, or Rolling Grown? Mama said knock you out.
I think I had never listened to this album all the way through as is happening as we get through the list. I'm very glad that there were hip hop albums after this one. There's obviously this was in 1990. There's a bunch of stuff after this that is near and dear to my heart. Wu-Tang, Kendrick, all sorts of stuff that I think is wonderful. I also think that if this were the last rap album ever recorded, or I would go even as far to say if it were the only rap album that existed, hip hop would be fine. It has everything that a rap album needs, I think. In both good ways and bad. I think it has some missteps. It's got the posse cut. It's got the angry stuff. It's got For the Ladies. It's got the empowerment anthems. It's got some stuff that's like, should he really said that? I'm not sure. So I think it is a perfect example of a hip hop album. I think we've heard better. We're probably going to hear better coming up. But because of what it is, because I think it stands alone, I'm going to give it a rolling boned.
Can I say this? This is a very niche thing. This was a great rap album for me to listen to at the lifting weights at the cabin.
Yeah.
Anybody could hear it. Like, of course, if you're really listening, there's some stuff but listen, my mom's not going to come out and be like, what's jangling when he's talking? She's not going to notice that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This was a great album because you could play it and it's hip hop, it's rap, but yet it's good for the whole family. Now, do I sound like I'm 100 years old?
Yep.
Do I sound like a guy who stalks? Okay, let's put away the stalk word for a little bit. Looks at maybe his class. Okay, let's just go on. Russell, what do you think? Rolling well toned, rolling bone, or rolling groan?
It hits the
Can podcast transcripts be used in court cases? Question mark.
It definitely hits the nostalgia bone for me as well. I was a little disappointed going into it. I enjoyed it, but to me, maybe it's just because the titular track is so synonymous with the album. Yeah. It's like an amazing album cover. Fantastic. Amazing titular track. Amazing music video. To me, that one song almost like overwhelms the rest of the album for me.
Fair. Yeah.
So I'm going to say, if you put this in Doggy Style and you put all the songs in a spreadsheet and you put them in order, I think Doggy Style, the album, has songs like that are probably 8 of the top 10 songs or 9 of the top 10.
Yeah.
G-Funk intro, Gin and Juice, The Shiznit, Lottie Dottie, Murder Was the Case, Who Am I?
What's the radio one?
Fun.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
G's and Hustlers, like Pump. Like, I think clearly Doggy Style is a better album than this. It's not even close. So I'm going to go back to, again, I know I keep putting Doggy Style up on that pedestal, putting it on the pedestal here, but to me, that's a better
Russell,
album.
can I say this? If putting Doggy Style up on a pedestal, I would only do that if I was going out to a vineyard out in California for a romantic. Honey, we can't do the Doggy Style. We cannot put Doggy Style on the pedestal right now. Aaron is coming. Yes. Yeah, my college friend Aaron, remember? Well, no, he hasn't visited me in Minnesota. We're not that good of friends, but you know the podcast I listen. Yeah, I know you don't like the podcast, but he's coming. Oh, okay. Well, he's just going to be here. Yeah, I know. Yes, he's bringing his wife. I don't know what she's like either. I don't know. They don't say their name on the podcast. They don't seem to know it. They don't seem, even though they talk to her all the time on Wordle, they don't seem to remember the name. Yes, I told him to bring coconut oil.
I'm going to say Rolling Groan. I think it's too high on the list. I think it has to be on the list for sure. It's a cool album, but to me, it's the titular track is too big for the rest of the album. So I'm going to say Rolling Groan.
Now, Russell, can I don't want to get personal here, but you told me, was this the first album you ever purchased?
It's the first CD I ever purchased.
And this is a time when, and again, I hate to sound old, but kids don't realize you would purchase a CD for one song.
It's one song, so you can skip everything, right?
Yeah. Number 8 is Mama Said Knock You Out. Number 7 on Blind Melon was No Rain. I get it, Russell. I know exactly what you are talking about. This is it. Now, unfortunately,
I'll say this, Aaron, if we go back and look at my amazing Winamp list, I would guarantee there's not another song from this album on my Winamp.
Definitely not. No, just Mama Said Knock You Out.
I bet Doggy Style's got 8 songs.
Doggy Style's got the whole album pretty much, except for the skits.
There you go.
Yeah.
Asked and answered.
If I was in Russell's room and Janglin came on and I look over at his poster and it just says shit, I'd be like, what am I doing? What is this Kharkov? Why are there all these Kharkov's Christmas lights with highlighters? I don't even understand how it works. Hey, by the way, caller, call back in. Let us know how that highlighter tree works. We're very interested. Unfortunately, you guys are incorrect.
What?
This gets a rolling Puritone.
Puritone?
Nailed it. There is basically no swearing on this album, yet it still sounds so hard. This is the LL Cool J effect. His flow is hard, direct. You have to respect the skills. I think, and this is a serious thing, I think if he would have died after this album, he would be like referred to as one of the top rappers of all time. Like, I think part of LL Cool J's thing is we've just heard so much from him over the last, well, I hate to say it, but 35 years from 1990. And I think that it kind of dilutes it a little bit. Something to think about, something to chew on. Next up, we return to the band Sade.
One of my favorites.
And now they're selling love with a lettuce, bacon, and special sauce.
The deluxe.
That's why it's the Love Deluxe.
Man, I don't like the quarter pounder deluxe. I like the regular.
Rob, I'm much more of a, and they're getting it in a hotel with a little kitchenette and a fridge.
Oh,
the deluxe room.
Deluxe.
Where's our theme? Where is it? Oh, here it is. It's in the upper left. God
you
damn
want to
it.
hear about the
Missed the
greatest
cue.
albums of all time. But you're just too lazy.
How about Kix, Rob? Is Kix like the version of Wheaties that's just the circular version?
No. Kix is what your mom got you when you told her to get Trix. Did you misheard? When you ask for Trix and your mom comes home with Kix, which let's remind you, Kix was the regular Cheerios of the spherical cereal world. It was just plain
it's
tasting.
not a peanut butter.
No, that's what peanut butter Captain Crunch looks like, Russell. That's one of the kings of the spherical cereal world. In the spherical cereal world, you've got Cocoa Puffs, you've got peanut butter Captain Crunch, you've got Kix, you've got Trix till later when they started making them shaped like fruit and taste different. It tasted chemically when they did that. Don't get me started. Then you got cereals with the random shapes. You got your Lucky Charms. You got your O's, which are the Fruit Loops, the Cheerios, Fuck, I thought I was going to go on a run farther than this. Sorry, guys, I let you down. Russell, can I just say this? According to a study, why doesn't it just tell me how much microplastics are in our balls?
What?
It won't just say it. No, and then they want me to sign up. Can I just say this? I'll never click a link to give money to NPR, ever. Okay?
But I guess we both with it. Buy us drinks. Probably owe NPR at this point.
It's true. We should donate.
And that's the way it is, right, Rob?
Russell, when you heard my earrings jangling, it was because I was eating bowl after bowl of Trix cereal.
That's great.
I do like to think of my dad, though, seeing me secure this very impressive date and be like, nice work, son. Her boyfriend is out of town. Oh, that's what I knew it. You're not my kid. You're not related to me.